or the level up until we finish the long rest, anyways. But
Yep.
Jake was allowing us to have at least the benefits of it. So
Yes, but you wouldn't be recovering any of your resources or anything until the end of it.
mm-hmm.
So, regardless.
But we would be able to have like the proficiency in spells and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's
Okay.
I'm saying that only because I know some of you are attempting to do things during this break, and some of you,
I'm gonna go commit
not gonna
robbery.
not gonna name any names, but some of you might need it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know I need it.
I don't know
like
who, but
I would just like to say that having Zephyr Strike is a huge boon.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure it is. Hi, Kitty. Come here.
I'm assuming nothing is changing in the way of spell slots for us.
Sorry. What do you mean?
Nothing is changing in the way of spell slots for us multi-class ranger characters.
I'll say you get one more spell slot for first level. That's it.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I use a charm spell like dominate person, do they know at the end?
It depends if it says.
I doesn't
I
say that.
believe
Friends does.
for friends and charm person, they're aware. But
I can't remember about charm person. I don't think dominate does.
It's weird.
Charm person does.
A lot of the like higher level ones beyond first level don't say one way or the other. But there is a wizard, like the enchantment wizard, has an ability at like level 10 or 14 that basically makes it to where they just innately can cause anyone to forget and not know that they were charmed. So
I will say that unless it explicitly states it, they will be aware of the charm at the end of it.
They will or they won't?
They will.
That makes sense.
They are making choices and actions that are out of character for themselves, and 90% of people, 99% of people will be like, huh, I don't know why I did that.
I thought so. Yeah, like they might know that they were charmed. They may not know by who or when.
Yeah,
but
they'll know they'll know
it wouldn't take
what
like
the
a Sherlock
effect
Holmes
was.
to figure it out.
Yeah, they'll know like what effect was, and they'll still have the memories of the entire duration. But if your charm is like a year long, they'll probably have forgotten. They'll be like, who the fuck? I don't remember this.
Unless in that entire year in their mind,
there's like this piece of shit, this piece of shit, this piece.
Yeah, exactly.
The entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could
someone to
possible.
never forget you. They just one day, while in the middle of their day, they just take 50 damage and flop over dead because they forgot. Win against the Geos.
Brutal.
That's
fucked up. Now that would make a great wizard serial killer, wouldn't
It's like the game, but deadly.
Ugh.
And if
But
you
that would
know,
make-
fuck you.
That would make a crazy serial killer. That people just start dropping dead randomly times at random intervals, and people are like, "What the fuck happened?"
Sorry, I
Or
have to take this.
just one day, like 5 people, all roughly within like a minute of each other, just all flop over dead in the same area. Like, what the shit?
I did not have to take
And then
that
you're
one.
sitting there. You're sitting there, and you're like, "They forgot."
I'm debating between fucking
I'll be ready.
teleportation circle and wall of light for my new spell.
Teleportation circle could be it. Kitty, you okay?
It's so fun. Teleportation circle.
Yeah, teleportation circle is actually it is incredibly useful. I'll probably just pick up wall of light at a later day.
I think it makes sense just because Jake said there's teleportation circles in every major city.
Yeah.
So it
And we've
becomes that
already
much
been
more
to-
useful.
to a handful.
Yeah, the only problem is that each one of those, it costs 75 gold to use.
No, not if
I feel like
you're.
I was about to say. I
trans-
feel
No,
like
if
it's
you
because
land at the
you use
circle,
it.
that's where they charge you.
No, just when you teleport out,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No, Jake has outright said if you land at the circle, that is where they charge you money. Because they're assholes.
Really?
I mean, that still beats us having to, like, if we're out in the middle of like
Yeah.
Timbuktu, you know, it beats having to take
No,
3
no,
days
it's
to run to one
incredibly
place and then
useful. It's
teleport.
incredibly
Yeah.
useful.
It saves so much time for us. If we're just like, oh, we're just here in the Umberland, like Kalfumbera, okay, where are we going
And hey,
next?
you never know. Maybe if we're after a big fight, you know, if like Varus is sat there with his guts spilled out, bleeding out, and we go through the teleportation circle, they might get stunned enough to, you know, casually forget that we owe them something because they feel so bad for us.
Guys, it's really not that much money.
No.
It really is not that much money.
It's not.
Maybe not to you, God.
You're the one who has the most money out of the entire party.
Well, I thought that was Lyra. Still.
Okay, well, Lyra's not here. Does she? I don't even know anymore.
I know.
Double
a while
check.
ago
Double
she
check.
did,
If
but
I-
don't
if
know
I've-
anymore.
If I have,
I'm sure Lyra spent a lot of money.
She
on
spent a
weapons
lot of
and shit.
money. She only has 1,200 plat. Or sorry, 1,200 gold. 1,200 gold, not plat.
okay. Yeah, 1,200 plat would be more than me.
That'd be impressive. No, she has 1,200 gold total.
I've got
Okay,
4K.
yeah, so I am the richest one in the party. Okay.
Pretty sure I've got 4K gold right now.
I think you're about on par with Mr. Darcy then.
Yeah, I think I'm the
How
poorest,
much?
actually.
How much gold
I've
do
got
you have,
4K.
Andrew?
4,000.
I have 41.
I mean, I'm just averaging. I have more than 4,000.
He has 47.
No, same.
Yeah, I've got
Ah.
47,000.
Oh, then you have more money than I do.
47,000, sorry, 4,700.
Why do you have 1,800 silver?
That's what we have.
Yeah.
It came from the dragon.
Yeah, we got like a shitload of it.
We got a shitload of silver, and I just.
'Cause I also
I
have
haven't,
about
I haven't
1,800.
Oh,
taken the
yeah,
time to get it
right.
exchanged because sometimes it's nice to have change.
Entirely fair.
I just haven't had time out of character to be like, all right, let's go through this.
I know.
We've been a little busy. Yeah,
Just a little bit busy. But let's pick up
That's what it
where
is.
we had left off last time.
Real quick, it's 10 silver per gold, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of mana.
It's not that bad. It's like 180 gold. But our
I was
party,
about to say this remove a 0.
our adventurers, had gotten a chance to truly explore the minds of one of their companions. Finding themselves back within Melagos and under the care and protection of Van Bloom, they decided to delve into Vestel's mind, finding some strange answers and, honestly, some more questions, just as much. But they had managed to escape from her mind unscathed, and the barrier that had been previously within her mind lifted. And as soon as all of you kind of exited, you realized that you desperately needed a rest. And so you began one. And we begin this rest in the early mornings of Dina, the 24th of Sylvia, on the year 406 after Plague 2. What are all of you up to? Who would like to
Okay.
go first? Actually, are you guys initiating your 7 days of downtime? Or would you like to go longer?
So we came out of the dream and we're just like, okay, we're
I'm pretty sure half
Tired
of you
food.
passed out in the infirmary.
we're tired, we're mentally exhausted. Yeah, long rest, reset, and then
I'm
off to
going
the
to
next
say
adventure.
Lars probably asked Van Bloom his question that night.
What question?
The question that I DM'd you.
No.
The
Oh,
one
yeah,
that we're
no. Oh,
talking
that
about.
one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
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 Yeah. He would have told you his answers.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think he might have left
Okay.
super early. Well, he would have gotten enough sleep, but he would have left super early the next day.
Okay. But yeah, for the rest of you, as soon as you wake up and try to begin your kind of period of rest where you're either training yourselves or doing whatever it is to try and better yourselves, or just honestly take an actual rest, Varus seems to have disappeared from the infirmary. And Lyra
Does
is
anyone-
very much sound asleep.
Anyone know where he went? Anyone at all?
Presumably he went to Kirkwall, right?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'll, like I said before, I'm going to be checking in with him pretty much daily, make sure he hasn't gotten arrested or anything.
Okay. So, let's begin with the downtime proper, unless there was something else specific that you wanted to do.
I think if everyone's still in the same room, Estelle will go up to them. Guys, I was thinking. I think I just need some time to myself. I think I need to take a visit to Tipper.
By all means.
Might be for a while. Just with everything that we've learned, I think I just need to go and, visit them and think about some things.
Take the time you need, Vestel.
I think that's fine. Been through
I mean,
a lot.
to be fair, it kind of works out because we're already heading somewhat in that direction, so probably easily find us from there, honestly.
Darcy, do you still have my name in that book?
Just to confirm. Let's see first. Yes, I do.
All right, so you can contact me. Let me know where you guys are at.
Of course. If we ever head out to anywhere new, I'll let you know.
Thanks, and thanks for doing all the Mindscape stuff.
It's fine. I'm the only one that really came to any harm, so.
I'm glad that you didn't die.
Yeah, no, feeling disintegration twice is not fun, but hey, now I have a fun story to tell.
I feel like we overestimated what we'd go up against in there. Honestly, I feel like now I could take on the world.
That's not the takeaway here.
It's not.
No, it's not at all.
Well,
We can afford to be a little less cautious, but still caution.
I'll take a little bit of comfort knowing that if you guys ever go up against some very powerful wizard, you probably have a better chance than I thought that we did before.
My biggest issue is
Is it a
always
jab at
been-
me? You hear NC Van Bloom standing at the door.
No, there was some wizard that Vestel fought in the past.
Good.
My issue is always
If it makes you
been-
feel any better, he disintegrated me.
Not good.
No. Very painful.
I agree. What was that, Onimus?
Oh, I was just gonna say I've always struggled with casters specifically because they're always just so slippery. But I think I'll be good now as I just raise up my hand, pull out a gun.
Where'd you get?
Oh wow! Why'd you take that?
Right. Okay. And with that, I'm going to move far from sight here.
Bethra.
Because I...
Well, She'll give you what she gives you.
Don't worry, the safety's on.
As a safety.
I lean over to Van Bloom. There's not a safety.
Well,
That's good to know that there's a safety.
he kind of leans down towards you and whispers to just you. You might need that thing off anyways. He kind of pats you on the shoulder. Your friend Varus has gone to the try point. He walks out.
Wait, what?
Oh. Well, wait a minute. I was gonna leave, but
Jazz music stops.
did he say why?
No, he asked a question.
What
What was the
oh,
question?
yeah, no, hold on, back it up here. What did he ask?
He kind of scoots back a little bit, back into the actual room itself. It was related to, what was her name? Atney.
Atney.
Yeah. Some
Ugh.
girl he said he was responsible for from Umber. Royalty? Lord? Lady? Something like that.
She was one of the victims of vampire attacks.
Right. Said something like that. And considering he's not here, I'm assuming he left already. Or he could have gone somewhere else entirely and just not told you.
Oh. When did he leave? Maybe we could still catch him.
He shrugs. Last I spoke to him was 7 hours ago.
7.
Well,
No, he's long gone.
I
Can you contact him?
I was about to
Is
say,
his-
do you have your?
Yes, I can
Yeah, his
contact
name in
him,
it?
but that's a matter of whether or not he'll answer. And
I mean, to be fair, answering you back doesn't. I mean, unless I've done it wrong the whole time, I don't think he has to audibly say anything. So if he's, in the middle of anything, he should be fine. I would imagine.
that's not so much the point as being able to talk to him and his responding only confirms that he's okay. But if he gets caught, he's dead, and there's nothing we can do there.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. If you consider he's actually the hardest
Really?
to kill, because he can just hide and escape.
I'm offended.
This is true. However, we can't help him from where we are, and we can't get there in time to help him if something goes wrong.
Well, we got out of there last time because Van Bloom pulled us out. Van Bloom, could you do this again?
Pull you out? No. Last time I had
He
a
meant-
focus. I had sent you there with a purpose. There was a destination and a return.
He had prepared for it, is the difference. Vars has just gone running.
Well, I mean, I feel like we are jumping to a lot of conclusions here. I would just say to message him. Maybe, for all we know, he's just going to sit back from a safe distance and just observe the area.
He's going to try to find her.
Or he's right behind you. He kind of points. There's no one behind you.
Oh, look, where?
It's a joke.
Damn, he's too good at hiding. Can't see him.
Make your decision. If you need to be sent somewhere, I can probably get you somewhere closer. However,
I think we should follow him.
Well, if we're going there, I'm not leaving.
I'll let you all decide. I'll be back. I'm gonna walk somewhere.
If we go there, he's probably hiding, and we won't be able to find him, and we'll. He's not going to come with us willingly.
I mean,
He
that's
might
why I
not come
said
back with us willingly, but I think he'd be okay with us joining him.
Have we forgotten the entire discussion that we had yesterday? We are not ready for that. That giant fear of blood spawns countless abominations. far beyond our capability of dealing with them. Mine, especially, I would die there. Actually die.
I think you're being over dramatic.
Well,
I'm
Last
the
time,
only one who is injured, Veyroon.
I also want to say that we did all agree, including Varus here, to go north anyways to assist our acquaintance that has currently gotten himself imprisoned by some less than stellar individuals. So I would
Correct.
imagine that he's not going to go up there and do anything that would result in him either A, dying, or B, getting caught. Don't get me wrong, Varus, can be, what's the word, interesting when it comes to these things, but he's not an idiot.
That's the thing, though.
At least I think.
No, he's not an idiot. But he's definitely stubborn and bullheaded and has gone there without any sort of exit plan other than run away. If he even thinks he'll get that far.
To be fair, it sounds like he's taking a lot after me, and I'm mildly proud about it.
We don't need two of you.
I don't know, I think two of me would be pretty epic.
Two of you die quickly.
The better one would survive.
No, I'm not his mother. I'm not dealing with this.
but like you said, if he does get into trouble, what's going to happen? Sure, he could run away and escape. What if he can't? What if he needs us?
That's my point. We can't get there fast enough.
Right, but Van Bloom just said he could bring us closer.
If we go there, we are a lot more people who cannot hide from those things. He will not come with us willingly, and all that we would do is announce his presence to them.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, again, you just message him, see what's going on. Again, you know, maybe he has like a cousin that lives there, and he's just going to like say hi to them. You know, I don't know. He didn't say.
I think we should follow him. We did need to solve this. He may not think we're ready.
And I'm pretty sure we all talked about not doing this ourselves like a bunch of idiots with no life expectancy.
I think we should just try messaging him first. Get in contact with him somehow.
I'm sure he has a very good explanation as to why he's up there all by his nose.
Yeah, Darcy's going to grab his book and he's going to write out in there, or all of you can see, what the fuck is wrong with you?
As he's writing that out, I'm like, don't you have 25 words that you can send through that, or?
Yes. However, I'm not bothering with that right now because I can do this an infinite number of times.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Well,
Oh, nice.
Varus, whatever it be that you are doing at this very moment, you hear a very creepy set of vocals, kind of stringy and almost dead. What the fuck are you doing? Yelled in your ear. What are you doing at the moment?
I mean, I suppose it depends on how long it's been. Because he would have purchased a horse if anything.
Well, the question
I don't
was,
exactly remember off the top of my.
you asked the question to Van Bloom approximately 7 hours ago.
Would have left pretty early. Probably using the teleportation circle, get to Umber at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shortly following the "what the fuck is wrong with you," the follow-up is, "I thought we all agreed we were not going to be idiots and just run in there ourselves."
But yeah, he goes and he purchases a horse. Does not respond to either of the messages.
Entirely fair. You get nothing as you write those. As the ink kind of fades from your actual book itself, Varus' name stays there. There is no response.
Well, he's dead. I take my hat off and put it over my chest and bow my head.
No, it went through.
Oh.
He's just
Think
not
we-
responding because he's being a selfish arsehole.
I think we should follow him. You may not think we're ready, but he needs our help now. He's gonna be there whether we like it or not.
Look, normally I'd be all for, rushing on in there and, going straight into the fray. But, I can't help but notice that Darcy is still, at the end of the day, barely holding himself together here. I mean, look at him. Got like a
My
mild wind in
organs
the
are
permanent heart.
still a fish tank, Veyron.
You know what? Let me confirm he's actually going that direction. Okay, maybe you didn't even ask where he went. It's just speculation.
Fine.
Um,
You want to be his keeper? By all means.
I'll use a
Right.
3rd level spell and cast Sending. To
I am going to Eidolon and I'm going to get us funding. Because we're going to need to get mercenaries alongside our hopefully fruitful gathering of allies. Which is what I thought we were going to fucking do.
Hey, maybe he's gonna go try and convince the vampires there to, be friendly with us.
What does your
Right,
message
'cause
say,
that's-
Veyron?
okay, I will say, are you going to the dry point? If so, I will follow you. Tell me where you are. Thanks. Best regards. Aaron.
Did you answer, Boris?
Yeah, I think what he gets back is yes, absolutely not, and absolutely not.
As Darcy's packing. So, what do you say?
He won't tell us
Go
where he
figure.
is. It seems like he wants to go alone. Don't know why.
Yeah. Because he's selfish and he's guilting himself into doing this. Because
say-
one
Sorry.
thing he did to try and help her, it didn't work out the way he expected it to, and it's caused problems. So while I commend his character, I condemn his stupidity. So much for trusting friends.
What were you saying now, Visto, by the by?
No, it's okay.
Sorry, I didn't.
Well-
I genuinely didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's
Sorry.
okay. I think I was interrupting you, so it's all good.
I have confidence that he'll be fine and not dumb enough to get himself killed. That would be mighty awkward going forward. If after all that he goes out there and just dies like an overgrown vampire rat. Though it would be pretty
Well-
funny.
Well, if he is taking after you, it'd be all too fitting.
Hey, I've never died.
Yes, you have.
No,
Shut up.
not permanently.
No, not permanently, but you have died. So shut up.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, what would we do otherwise if we're not going after Varus? Wasn't he our contact to get into Kirkwall?
We all
Technically, our
Could still
contact into
go.
Kirkwall
Or
is sleeping right there.
we can all still go to Kirkwall. Just to the Flowers residence is a whole different thing.
We'll just be mildly sad on the walk up there.
Ultimately, he has a 7-hour lead. You have no idea which city he went to,
Honestly, the best we
to
can
get to
do
them.
is
or if
go
he's
the
just
same.
going on foot from here.
What we could do is, just teleport somewhere close and get a
Intercept
horse
them.
carriage.
I feel like it's best to just let it lie.
Yeah, if he wanted our help with anything, he would have said so.
And I
Right?
also feel,
Hmm.
yes, but I also feel that, I'm personally willing to have a little faith in him to make it back safe, and, he's competent enough, I feel, that he'll be
Yeah,
fine.
if he just went there to take a look and come out, he'd be fine. But he wants to drag a half vampire spawn something out back with him. That's
That
whole
he
deal
has
of
no
trouble.
guarantee will even be friendly or on his side or grateful at what he's doing. No, I'm just getting angry. I'm going to start saying shit I do not want to say. So I'll reconvene with you all. If Varus dies, it'll be at his funeral.
Well, to be fair, if he dies, we won't really know, will we? Or actually, no, his name will get marked off your book, won't it?
Yes, it will.
Well, that's
Maybe-
a good indicator, then at least we at least have that. If nothing else, it's useful for a good way to detect if our rogue perished midway through his little field trip.
You know who the one person in my new Eldritch Invocation is for the Gift of Protectors? The one that effectively gives you relentless endurance?
Mm-hmm.
Varus. He's not on there. I have everybody else but myself because I can only have 4. So I literally can do nothing to help you, Andrew. Good luck.
Well, I suppose while we're all here, what are you all planning on doing? Because I have planned.
Well, I was gonna go to Tipper. And if we're not going after Varus, he did leave on his own. He doesn't want anyone to contact him or follow him. I guess we just let him go.
Has he ever asked for help? I don't think he has.
And if there's anyone who could help him, it would be us, not just because we know him, but we've now been to the Tri-Point. We've seen... I know the area. But if he doesn't want to be helped...
And there's nothing that can be done.
I can't believe you guys can't abandon our companion.
He left
He
us.
doesn't want us!
He left us without saying anything, without telling us anything. And he's not responding to our efforts to try to help him. I don't think he wants us there.
He's a loner. He can't ask for help because he's never asked for help in his life.
Well, guess what? He hasn't asked for help now. And even if we ask him if he wants help, he'll just say no, if anything at all. Faerun, congrats on being a better friend to Varus than Varus. But he's gone now. And if he dies, he dies. I'll be sad, but for right now, I'm pissed at him.
Yeah, how could you be so callous? We spent months together.
And he still walked away to do something stupid and dangerous without even talking to us about it.
I mean, to be fair, he could also be partially doing that to ensure that you, specifically, don't get, maimed any further than what you've already been within the last, week or so.
He could have said something. It's not like we can actually stop him.
Well, yes, but I feel like if we'd have said, or if he would have said something rather, I feel like we'd be having effectively the same conversation, only he would be here and you would be actively yelling at him for even thinking about such a stupid idea.
I'll see you all in a week. And Darcy's going to the teleportation circle to go to Ardalon.
Okay.
Also, since I took teleportation circle, what ones do I just have? I get 2 automatically.
You get 2 automatically. I will say you get the current ones that you've already used. So Free Reach, Melaghost, Ardalon, Umber as the 4 default. You would also get 2 more. 1. Roll me a D100 actually. Sorry, roll me 2.
Tri-point cast.
Roll me 2 D100s. Oh, wouldn't that
An
fucking
11?
be convenient? If you roll... Ooh. Well, you get 2 really fucking boring ones. You get Liana, and you get Galors.
Liana?
Where is Leon?
Galors is the
hey.
capital of the north, and Liana is the capital of the south.
Hey, I'll take those, honestly.
Oh yeah,
Not
Liana.
too-
You would get
Those are
those
easy enough.
the instant you used any teleportation circle that brought you there, which is available anywhere in the Midlands. That there is a
Yeah.
teleportation circle. I was hoping you rolled really high.
Can I try one more? Just
Roll
to see if I get
11
something
and 7.
interesting.
You know what? I'll give it to you. Sure.
31.
Not high enough.
Okay. Still a boring one?
Yeah, this would still be a boring one. Instead of Galors, you would get Bright Meadow.
Where's Bright Meadow?
All the way to the far west. Convenient, isn't it?
I know.
Oh. That is actually kind of convenient because then we could just get to Fort Gray.
Oh, I didn't know they had
Yeah,
teleportation.
that is actually pretty
I'll
good.
take that over Gallers.
There's a lot of teleportation circles that are located within smaller cities or ruins that are just like they've been installed by a wizard or they've been forgotten and covered up and things like that. So because it's not a mainstay and well-known teleportation circle, you don't know where specifically in Bright Meadow you might end up. However, the teleportation circle that you get is named Bright Meadows Teleportation Circle.
Teleports
Oh,
into
thank
a
God.
volcano.
Honestly, though.
Could have been sex dungeon.
On the wall, you know, so whenever we come out, we go at a perfect trajectory to go right into the lava pit.
Mm-hmm. They spent a year doing that. Make sure.
Just so,
That's
you know, the
amazing.
random 9th level wizard or warlock that hits that level up and happens to roll into that spell or that circle just, you
Takes
know,
his
gets
party with him.
generated. Yep.
Major XP bonus.
There's some like wizard off in the who knows fuck where, just occasionally getting a level up. Like, oh, some idiot went through it again. Wow, that's good.
Must have been multiple idiots because goddamn,
No,
That's a
of
lot of
Yeah,
EXP.
I
Holy.
went from 16 to 17. That was crazy.
That must have been a whole goddamn party.
Okay, so just to confirm, Umber, Melaghost, Ardalon, Free Reach, Liana, and Bright Meadow.
Yes. Bright
Okay.
Meadows is, well, all the other ones are just like the actual city names. The Bright Meadow one is called Bright Meadow Teleportation Circle.
I don't like the sound of that.
Or sorry,
So
Bright
that's-
I can
Meadows.
add quotations on this.
Bright Meadows
Bright Meadow.
Teleportation Circle.
Man, this thing is going to throw us into the sky.
Like a monkey paw, you know. Boy, I wish we could teleport to Bright Meadow, and then monkey paw curls. Get it into like a like 60 yards
It's into the
underwater.
fucking Feywild.
Honestly.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Yes,
You
you have.
absolutely would.
I 100% would. That would be
Either way.
fucking hilarious.
Okay.
All
Either
right.
way, off I go to Ardalon to sell my shit.
Yeah. Let's begin with our adventures all on our lonesome. Let's begin with... Honestly, let's begin with Varus. Let's see how this
We
goes.
can find out if he dies early, so he can just make a new character while we're going.
So Varus, I'm
Yeah,
guessing you are heading to the Tri-Point?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right. And you are taking the route up from Umber, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Umberta filled in.
Okay.
Oh god, you're going through Filden.
Well,
I mean, Varus remembers that he had a little fucking weird thing with Phil. Because he saved after we left. He
Yes.
was like, wait a
do
minute.
you go around Filden or you go through?
Absolutely, I go around that fucking place. You
It
kidding?
it increases your
Oh.
travel time ever so slightly, but because of the way that you've gone about it, it actually doesn't make it it doesn't make that much of a difference because you are traveling one solo. You are on your horse. You are a ranger who is familiar with the terrain. So your travel time is so much faster than if you were on foot by yourself. Or sorry, on foot with the others is what I meant. Specific. Oh my god, no, that's not what the fuck. I dragged the Umber and it just like took the entire thing. Specifically, you would be going double speed, like double travel speed. So on your first day away from Umber, probably make it like almost all the way to Filden.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be like here. Do you see my ruler?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd be like here. At the end of that
Cool.
day, relatively little issues, and then that would be your entire Dina taken up. Do you have? Oh no, that's a marine thing. It's a marine background thing where you can press on for 16.
Crayons?
No. For Marines, you
Oh.
could press on for 16 hours of travel.
Brutal, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
You can tell both my parents from the army. That's how much I shit on Marines.
I missed what you said.
I said what?
They
Like
eat
crayons?
It was fucking instant, damn.
And he,
But
I'm
yeah,
on the dime with that shit.
you
That's what
have
they do.
relatively little issues acquiring a horse for stock price, and you just ride it. Actually, since you're on horseback, you would probably make it past.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how much is just like a normal riding draft horse.
Normal draft horse would be like 25 to 35. You would just take it stock price.
So yeah, I guess I technically do like just a riding horse practically.
Yeah, just a normal riding horse. I think is 25. I'll have to double check.
Trying to look.
Riding horse is. I'm looking at the price here. It is 75. Yeah, you can just take a normal standard price. 75 pounds. 75 gold. And it has a
75
speed.
pounds.
Sorry, yeah. It has a speed of 60, especially because you're a ranger, you're riding it. Do you have land vehicle proficiency? Does that even count for horses?
I don't think it
No.
counts for horses.
I think
It would be animal handling, if anything.
Not really a vehicle.
Are you pressing your horse, or are you just trying to go at a normal horse speed?
Oh no, normal base.
Okay, so you would be just past Filden then. You'd be going about like 1.5 times your normal double speed. So you'd be like, because you went around, you'd be like here
Cool. After the first,
after the first day.
got that.
It's like 7 days of progress could probably be done in about 2 days for you. Yeah, 7.5 would be done in 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically going 3
Yeah,
times speed.
And yeah, I think he'd probably get close. You said it was like right here ish.
You'd be north of Filden. Like,
Yeah.
you could still see Filden as you're passing around it, and you could see the very strange, like, golems that are walking around on the exterior of the actual town. Just kind of walking around the golems, the like almost steampunk style ones. You can definitely see that there's a lot of inspiration, and honestly, some of them remind you of the ones that you were told about by Allery.
Good to know.
I'm guessing you just go around,
Yeah.
skip it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, no issues. First day goes by uneventfully. It's probably relatively easy for you to stay hidden and keep your horse hidden for the night, so I will just give me a stealth check.
Wait.
Yeah, absolutely zero issues. Next day, you manage to ride closer towards the actual Tri-Lake area. And as you approach, you can definitely see that the air and the skies begin to take on once more this kind of like crimson color. The rather open plains and beautiful skies that were previous to on your road north towards the Tri-Point area. It was very nice. It was decent. The weather was good, your ride was fast, and the horse was very comfortable. But as soon as you approach this area, you can see that the skies above are covered in these dark crimson clouds, of which this light drizzle of kind of red begins to flow down. And give me a wisdom save.
Sure, 100. I mean, I was just like 100. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you rip your throat, the throat out of your horse.
100%. I was gonna do that anyway.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
I
that horse
thought-
is fucking gone.
I figured this was gonna happen when I got closer.
But you get your fill.
Would I be able to roll then? Because it kind of affects my first roll as well.
Would that?
Damage wise.
Yes.
Sure.
You do acquire the blood of it.
What is it? It's a D4 plus.
Something like that. Ooh.
Okay. My first roll will have an extra 9.
Max. God damn. Okay. But yeah. As you're kind of glancing towards it, your entire front of your body bloody and covered with this dead horse, you can see that the trees over here are very different to the ones that you had seen previously. And they are a stark reminder of the ones that you had seen a long time ago. The actual leaves are red. The bark themselves is almost like soaked with this dark brown pigment. A lot of them even look black by just kind of comparison. In the distance, there's a lot of sunlight. However, the closer and closer you get to the mountains, the more it builds, and this rain begins to kind of truly fall from the sky. And as it touches you, you could definitely tell that it is a drizzle of blood. The landscape and the entire area itself, well, eerily unfamiliar. It strangely also feels familiar.
Look different than the first time we came.
Give me a perception check. And then a history check.
Oh, here the perception check will add the 9 for a 20
24.
and history.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's not bad. At a very quick glance, from the best that you can tell, the location, for the most part, around, it's kind of bland. There's no real changes that you've noticed, except that the border of these clouds, they seem almost closer to the actual mountains themselves than they were before. Because you hit the trees before you hit the clouds and the rain. And as you look up from the very beginning of where these trees are, you can see that these trees are almost like dying or kind of reblending into the naturally green landscape. A lot of the trees, like at the very edge of this area, seems to have almost gotten the green back within them. Well, as you get a little bit deeper into the actual forest, maybe even like 20-30 steps, you realize that the trees are so much more bright red and crimson and seems to have soaked in the blood. It almost feels like the very edges of these trees have started to kind of recover. And it's very strange. And you're not entirely sure why. Something else
I
that you
think-
feel is that the blood that you get rained upon as you approach the mountain is thinner than it was before. It feels more like water.
I think Varus is, before going into the trial, gonna kind of assume that someone might be watching him
Mm-hmm.
because he's the only one doing anything dangerous, right? And Bamboo likes to keep an eye on. I think I'll just truly put a V into the air just to see if he gets anything from this. Just to see if he is actually watching him. He's curious.
Give me a charisma check.
Oh, that's gonna suck. But Billy.
Okay. You actually see something approaching you from the edges of your vision. And as you kind of glance over, you see what appears to be like a snake with wings that's just floating in the air. It's tiny, maybe no more than 7 inches long. And it kind of like floats over, lands on your shoulder, looks at you. Take care of me. I'm
I'm not even
literally
shocked.
the only thing that can save you if you do something stupid.
Yeah, I think. Well, how far do these scrolls go? By the way,
You still have one.
I'm one of the people who has one. Yes.
They'll work.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Alright, give me a stealth check.
Oh boy.
Are you going through the same way that you guys had gone before, like through the cave and up through the tunnel?
I think he's going to try to see if it hasn't changed or gotten more, like defensive because they know we came through there.
Sure.
I think he's going to try to see if they haven't like blocked that shit up.
Give me a stealth check, then give me a investigation check.
Aye, Chief. 32. Investigate.
Ooh.
29.
Oh my god, okay. Bro's just flexing.
Double 19.
With pure silence and agility, you manage to get into the cave with 0 issues, and you look at the actual path itself, and you very quickly realize that it is still open. And you realize the reason. There is a shit ton of traps laid out across the entirety of the tunnel. Almost all of them are completely invisible. Though, with your skill, you managed to navigate through them or disable them. You could disable...
Are there any on the walls?
Yeah, there are tons.
Oh, there are on the walls?
Yeah,
Okay.
walls, ceiling, floor, everything.
I don't... I think he's gonna... Yeah, I think he's gonna try... No, I don't think he will. I think he'll try to just make his way.
Just bypass all of them? Yeah, because of your ability to both stick to walls and that you've seen literally all of them, you have 0 issues getting out of the tunnel on the other side. But you do exit, and you once again are faced with a very familiar location. The lake that kind of stretches out endlessly, a deep crimson just in front of you, and a thin fog that seems to coat the entirety of the landscape. The trees here are not covered in blood-red leaves, rather they are all barren, almost dead to a look, but they stand tall, they seem to stand strong for some strange reason, and in the far distance, as you glance towards the actual castle itself, there it is. Strangely, the orb, it seems to be much smaller than the one that you had seen last time. Last time, it had encompassed the majority of the entirety of the castle. It was large enough that it probably, if it had fallen, could have washed away anything and everything within. But now, easily you could tell that it's probably a quarter of the size that was before.
Like always, I think he's going to go ahead and now in a new environment changes armor to be completely like dead tree like and just
All right.
stick most likely the line of trees as opposed to the wide open area near the
And where are you
just
heading?
kind of, I mean, he doesn't see anyone.
At this current moment, glancing around, there is no one and nothing around. You do
I
see.
mean, his
Actually, give me a perception check.
boy.
Yeah, you definitely see it. You hear and see what sounds like fighting coming from the direction of the castle.
Like training fighting or like fighting fight.
Fighting.
I think he's gonna head that way.
You hear, like, dying screams.
Yeah, absolutely. He's 100% confused. First of all, so he's gonna head that
Are you going with any speed or haste, or
way.
still maintaining your stealth? I think you could still travel at a normal pace if you're still...
That's what I was gonna say. I think because yeah. Da-da-da-da. Yes, stealthily at a normal pace. So I think, yeah. I mean, he's gonna 100 move stealthily at a normal pace, which for if you're including obviously his bonus action dash would be fucking 70 feet.
And you do advance forward, and it takes you a bit of time, but over the next 30, 40 minutes, you do arrive close enough to the actual castle itself that the echoes of this fighting is now drowning itself out. Or, sorry, it's getting much louder. And as you get nearer to the actual castle itself, the scene that seems to be unfolding in front of you is very strange. It's not what you're expecting. Because as far as you could tell, it just seems to be vampires fighting vampires.
Do you have a question? In this large group that I can see, obviously, do I sense, with my background feature,
You do.
any difference? How many?
About 30.
Are they on both sides or just one side?
One side. It appears that whatever side that they're on seems to be trying to defend the castle.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Sure.
You also sense one more presence, similar to yours. Though this one is in one of the towers. And as you glance up towards the tower, towards the kind of like sensation that you're feeling, you realize it's the exact same tower that Vestel had been imprisoned in so long ago.
Yeah. Okay. Do I at me anywhere in this big group of fight?
It's really difficult to tell, even with your incredibly sharp eyes. You don't think so. At least not with an initial
And all of their
analysis.
all of their focus is entirely present in this fight that is happening.
Seemingly so. You do see a lot of the vampire stalkers, and in fact you also see something that seems to be much larger. Probably this thing stands at least 20-25 feet tall and resembles some sort of elephant, though you could see maybe like 6 rows of sharp teeth that are protruding out the sides of its head that are just like tusked upwards, and some of them like pointing forwards, and it's just kind of barreling through a lot of these people who seem to be attacking the actual castle itself. What's your perception? You rolled a 27. You do spot one person that you do see is familiar.
Oh.
Specifically the one who had tried to attack Darcy.
Yeah.
You see him standing at
Which
the edge of
side
the battlefield observing. you are unable to tell which side he's on, because he is currently standing at the top of a tree, just watching.
Yeah, I think 100% at the very least. Obviously, quiet, maintaining my stuff. To the snake, just so that's something now. Is
Strange. Now, why would this be
I can
happening?
tell you one. All the ones protecting this castle are all like me. The other side must be all vampire. Some
Mind you, there is like 400 to 500 people that you can see in this field.
Oh, okay.
It's not all like. It's just that all the
All of
Dampiers
the
that
people that are like me are defending
Yes.
the castle. Is what he kind of means to.
Yes.
Two groups, though.
Two groups. You would think they'd be united.
That's what I'm confused about. Also, in that tower over there, that's where Vestel used to, I guess, reside would be the best word to say it. There's someone else in there like me.
How so? Is that something
Damn
worth checking out? Is that who you came for?
I don't know. I don't see her in all of this. I think I'd see flashes with purple hair, but who knows? I think it's worth
Maybe-
checking out, though. Especially if someone is locked up there, or, like Vestel, forced to do something they don't want to do.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I think Varus is obviously going to keep his eye on everybody, but start kind of making his way around and then find a place where most likely, hopefully, not much guarding is doing, and just kind of climb over the wall and climb up the tower.
Yeah, with
He
honestly
would also
relatively
like-
little issue.
He would like to keep his eye on the time stop vampires.
Is that what
Yeah,
we're
you
calling
never
him
know.
now? Time stop.
I don't know if I
could. Fair.
Well, it's like,
Entirely
I
fair.
will also mention to Van Bloom, and I don't know if you can see him. I can see him. There's a vampire, and I'll kind of point.
He's not trying to hide.
He-
So
He's the one that casted the disintegrate on Darcy,
oh,
and then just kind of disappeared into the dead. And in character, we do know that it was like a time-stopping thing. that
oh,
happened, if I
100%.
remember.
Because he snapped his fingers, he disappeared, like full on, straight up disappeared. There was no
I
teleportation
100%
or anything
tell.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I 100% tell them we do need to be wary of him. He can stop time.
The snake like pauses, looks at you. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, the amount of people that I can actually do that on this continent can be counted with one hand. Unfortunately, I don't have a sixth finger, so I'm gonna have to start using two.
I figured, if anything, it might be beneficial for you to know what they look like.
It's gonna be hard to forget. Quite handsome. Terrifyingly so.
It didn't seem. He didn't seem hostile, though. Technically, I mean, we attacked him first. That's why Darcy.
Just because he's not
He ran away
hostile
when he saw the
initially,
step.
doesn't mean he's not dangerous.
No, absolutely. But he did run away when he saw the step.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I have a theory then. I'll talk to you about it later.
Now, hop over walls, not climb up walls, and then climb up.
Honestly, the majority of the castle is not very well defended at all. You kind of walk in scot-free, and you
We're
spot
having
like,
a war on the gate.
well,
so-
yeah. You spot maybe 2 or 3 people, and they're not really patrolling, more as in they are just trying to recover from
What?
their injuries.
I 100% have blended myself into the wall with my arm, like hood up and everything.
You have literally 0 issues being completely hidden. For them, they don't even see you. But yeah, you managed to get up to the side of the tower with no issues. There is a door at the bottom. However, you are aware that you could also just climb up on the outside.
I mean, that's 100% when he tries.
Okay.
I think if he sees the cat, is the window still broken from when they
No,
fell out?
absolutely not. It's been
Okay.
thousands of years.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
That's a very negligent homeowner. I'm just gonna say it.
You know, maybe they just stopped using that tower after one of them escaped.
Maybe.
But yeah, no, I mean, he'll just walk up the outside of the fucking wall.
Oh yeah, with 0 issues. Give me another stealth check just in case.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay.
Fuck you. Okay.
These are the times that the rolls need to be good.
My bad for ask. But yeah, absolutely 0 issues. You get up all the way to the top of the tower, and you can look down, and you're like, whew, it's a very high tower. And glancing horizontally, you can actually see the very top of this blood orb. And there seems to be something else within it. Like, the
Yeah, I was gonna
top
say,
of what appears to be a set of spines or spikes are now showing from the top of the blood orb that now has shrunken significantly in size.
being as close as I possibly could get without anything else going on, can I try to see what it might be through the blood orb?
This is gonna be real fucking hard.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Give me a
But I
perception
might as
check.
well.
I will tell you that the
Might-
DC right now is 31.
Okay, so I need to roll a net 20.
Yes.
My perception is 8-11. Well, yeah, you might as well.
You know
right?
what?
Might as
I'll
well.
lower it to
Might
a
as well.
30 to make it a 19.
19,
A
got
19.
it.
So you have a 10%. Ooh, dirty 19, not a real 19. No, unfortunately, you are unable to discern what it is. Though, for some reason, it feels like you might have seen something similar to it before.
Love.
But yeah, you are now just underneath the lip of the tower, at the very top. What do you do?
Is there still a window up here, or do they get rid of the window entirely and just replace it with wall?
Kind of going up towards it, you do see that there is still a window.
Is it barred?
It is still barred. Or it is
What?
newly barred.
Can I see inside of the window though?
Glancing through the actual window itself, are you trying to hide yourself, or are you, like, just fucking looking in?
No, I mean he's trying to hide himself 100%.
Okay, then give me a perception check.
Perception or
Perception. Yeah, as you kind of, like, creep with just, like, the top of your eyes and the top of your head, you glance into the actual room itself, and for the most part, honestly, it looks almost the exact same as when you had experienced it through Vestel's dreams. Except for one key difference. There is no bed anymore, and instead, there is a set of manacles that are tied to the wall, and you can see someone currently struggling against them. There is someone else also within the room, that seems to be kind of standing in front of the other person that is preventing you from really seeing who is tied up in the manacles. And you can see that the person whose back is currently against you, or towards you, seems to be like holding something in their hands, or like praying or saying something. It's impossible to tell because the wind is so strong outside, and, well, the window is not open.
and his back is to me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I could read lips.
No.
Can't see his face.
His back is to you. He's wearing like this long, dark red robe that seems to be covering his head as well. or her head, you can't really tell. But they're just kind of like standing there. The only thing you could really tell is that they're maybe about 5'8", 5'9", with their hands kind of clasped in front of them, just turned away.
And there's no way to. I know the children, when they were kids, could fit through
Mm-hmm.
the bars and stuff. There's no way I can
Oh,
fit through these bars.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Not unless you somehow turn your bones to liquid.
Hey, Man Bloom, can you turn me to gas?
He looks at you. No.
No.
I have a limited amount of spells I could use with this. Very
That's what you can.
limited. I have 3 spells. Expeditious Retreat, Haste, and Invisibility.
And with the scroll.
Sorry?
With the scroll.
Oh. I mean, if you use the scroll, that's an entirely different thing.
I think Varus probably kind of stays there just to see if this guy ever moves for a little bit. Or if he just straight up stays there praying continuous.
Maybe about 10 or 15 minutes later, you could see him kind of like move back and stand up. And you realize, oh, he's been on his knees this entire time. And still was 5'8". As he stands up to his full height, you realize that it is a very muscular orcish man. And he's probably like almost 7 feet tall.
Father Moscus?
And he does step off to the side, and you can see that the actual prisoner that is currently within the tower is someone you're very familiar with. It is Atney. Currently, in front of her is what appears to be a really large bowl of just like blood. Both of her arms are like tied up to the actual wall, and her head is hanging loose, and you can see that she's like been beaten bloody. Her lips are swollen, one of her eyes is like completely caked over in blood. A lot of her really pretty lilac hair is just kind of like either torn off or like ripped to shreds off the side of her head. And you can see that she's lost a lot of weight.
Can I see this guy's face now?
Yeah, you can.
Is he saying anything?
He kind of like takes off the hood, and he is like partially off to the side, so it's a little bit difficult to get the full sentences of what he's trying to say, but he is whispering words in a language that you do not know.
Damn! I only needed a couple more days.
You do get
I can't.
pieces.
Can I get like the word every here and there?
You do get pieces, and it's like very jumbled and kind of like almost impossible to decipher, but one of the words you get a few times is repent or repair. You're not entirely sure which one it is. And then another word that you also get is restore or alleviate, something like that. And then a third word that you also consistently hear is either the word I or the word them, and you can't really tell which one it is.
So the only valid way to get into this room now is to go through the.
I mean, you could cut open the bars. These are just normal steel bars, and you have a magical weapon.
Wonderful. I think he hates to do this, but I think he's gonna wait even just a little bit longer to see if this guy has any intention of leaving this room.
How long do you wait?
Maybe like another 10 minutes.
Okay. in the next 5 minutes, you can see he kind of like walks around the room and just like says a bunch of stuff. You could read his lips, but unfortunately, none of it really makes sense. It's just a lot of the same repeated words. It almost feels like a prayer, because he does repeat through the same types of sentences over and over and over and over and over again. And at the end of this prayer, after maybe about 30-40 repetitions, he kind of like cuts a little bit of his thumb and just begins to drip blood onto the top of Atney's head. And even from outside, you can hear the screaming, because for some reason, even just small minor drops of his blood seems to be causing horrible pain for her.
Then if that's the while she's screaming extremely loud, he's going to take that time to try to cut the bar.
Okay.
Just because there's other noise.
Give me an attack roll, and then give me a stealth check. Actually, sorry, give me a stealth check and then an attack roll.
Sure thing. Stealth check. 21?
Okay, that's not bad.
Attack. Let's just do it. It'll have to be with the... Where is it? Have to be with this... yeah, it has to be with this. Oh, I must target a token.
You should be able to bypass that if you open up the description of the item and then click make an attack roll. Are you using the Mithril Dagger?
I was going to use the short sword plus... well, no, the Mithril Dagger would probably be better, yeah.
I would
actually,
recommend using the Mithril Dagger.
Yeah.
I'm a third party. I'm not supposed to say anything, but
description.
You should be able to just left click the name of the Mithril Dagger and then click standard roll or attack.
I see. Okay.
It should allow you to bypass it. Okay, 19. Roll me the damage.
I have to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
11. Ooh, max damage. Honestly,
yeah, I can't get sneak attack on this.
No, unfortunately not. But you do manage to slice through almost every single one of the bars with relative ease. While he is not paying attention to you, his eyes are closed, his hand is kind of like held out like this, and is just dripping this blood on top of her head. And as you kind of glance down, you could see that it is burning her. Like the top of her head is actually being scalded. Her skin is blistering from the blood getting touched. It's an uncomfortable sight, to say the very least. But you do manage to get through all of the iron bars with relative ease. You kind of rip them off and just chuck them.
How close are we to the top? We're pretty close to the top.
To the very top? Maybe like 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, I think he'll just kind of place them up.
It's like a pointed roof. It's not a flat roof.
Oh, okay.
So if you place it up there, it will just slide off.
You do have a bag of holding.
I do have a bag of holding. I'll place it in the bag of holding.
Okay, yeah, you just like cut them up into smaller chunks. You now have a bundle of iron bars in your bag of holding. Why not?
I'm going to talk to the snake. I'm just going to... Can you cast invisibility on us now?
Done. Both of you go invisible.
And I think Varus is going to try to enter the room. I don't know how this window opens.
As you glance at the window, it doesn't. It is stained glass that is built into the actual frame of the window. It is different to the one that you had initially seen before with Vestel, where the stained glass was built into the bars. This time the bars were away from the actual window, and the window itself is just like on the interior of the frame. Glancing at it, it doesn't look like it opens.
Maybe, bro.
Though it is just a singular piece of stained glass.
Okay, if the screaming is still going on, I think I'll try to, cut myself a hole for myself at the very least.
Large enough for just you? Sure, that's relatively easy. It's about
for me and the snake.
Well, the snake is like fucking tiny.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's you, if it's the snake. Okay. Give me this. For this, it would be an acrobatics check and a stealth check.
Well, yeah. acrobatics, and
Ooh,
19.
you were doing so well. Yeah, no, you managed to slice through the bottom half of this pane of glass. You now have
Ooh,
shards.
hold up. Let me
Oh.
actually give you a sec. I gotta roll that stealth check again
Hmm?
because I have advantage. So 32.
Okay. Yes, you do because you are invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely no issues. The bottom of this glass comes off. You put the shards into your bag of holding and you walk into the room. Guy is honestly, he wasn't aware until a large gust of wind started blowing and he kind of like his head he turns around to a suddenly completely open window. And in common, he says, "What the fuck? Who goes there?" He draws out what appears to be like a long mace
with
from his side.
32, can I, under my breath, whisper to the whisper to the? If I get to a, can you tell? I guess technically I would have done this before we.
Mhm.
If I get to it, can you teleport us out of here,
With the scroll.
back to your place?
With the scroll.
Yes.
Yes.
Was that a?
You got
Yeah,
a big
I mean,
old yes.
I am assuming the guy is going to go ahead and inspect the window.
Oh, 100%. Guy's walking
Yeah,
towards the window. He's like, "What the hell?" He's not getting close enough to like where he can look out, but he's like staying. He goes up to it to maybe about like 6-7 feet away from the window and just looking around the room, going very very confused.
Yeah, I think I 100% skirt as far away from him as I can, get to Atney if I can,
Mhm.
and just kind of feel under my breath. I'm going to get you out of here. I need you to trust me. And I will use the scroll and hope my blue can get us both out.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh,
You get a +2 bonus for unknown reasons.
so here's the one. Not
Soft 20, right?
That's a dirty 20.
Yes.
Okay. You are unsure if she's complied, but as soon as you whisper this, you kind of touch her on the wrist, and you could feel yourself vanish from your current position. All of your breath is taken away from you, and then almost instantly you are released once again as you fall upon what appears to be a bed. Currently, in an empty infirmary, with Van Bloom standing maybe about 15 feet away looking at the three of you. Well, two of you and the snake, before the snake kind of floats over, dispels the invisibility, and lands on his shoulder.
let's fucking go.
As Atney completely collapses onto one of the actual beds. And you can see that she's still like bleeding from the top of her forehead where the skin, like this blood was being contacted with her. And yeah.
So really, I was only gone a day and a half.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
What time of day is it when he comes back?
It's like late afternoon of the second day.
I like to imagine whenever, because they get teleported, or he gets teleported in, like, where we normally would stay, or is it more towards, like...
No, the infirmary is
Van
not where you would normally stay.
Okay,
The only reason you guys were in the infirmary was because, one, Vestel needed... Like, it was a place that was central that all of you could be kept an eye on at the same time. Normally, you have your own, like, separate guest quarters that are, honestly, really close to the infirmary. They're only, like, you know, maybe 20, 25 feet away.
So it is entirely possible that they just hear clambering,
Oh, yeah,
a
100%.
random clamor.
Yep.
I like to imagine I just walk by, like, kind of look over in the room and just go, "Oh, hi, Varus."
I completed my time.
Yep. You see Varus currently standing beside a bed, looking at a horribly injured woman just lying on the bed.
Nobody even knew I was there.
Jeez, did you kidnap her?
Technically, she got kidnapped first. I just rescued. You remember when we saw Vestel's memories and she was locked in that tower?
Sure.
Yeah, let's just say she was in. There was this big orcish man putting his own blood on her, burning her.
Actually, what was the perception roll you had gotten?
Which earlier, when I tried to see him the first time, it was a 27.
Okay. Fair enough. Yep.
But I did technically not by myself, but my plan was always going to be use the scroll to get out. I do thank you for that, Van Bloom. A lot.
You're welcome. Now all of you owe me.
I owe you 100%.
No. This debt is going to you and your fellow friends. That's up to you to tell them. There's a cleric on the way. He walks out.
I should mention, I suppose, Artemis, that there were two groups there fighting each other. One defending the castle and one, I suppose, fighting to get into it. Our lovely time-stop vampire friend was just kind of standing, observing everything. And that orb in the sky is getting very, very small. Something's coming out of it.
Charming.
Indeed. I do apologize for not saying anything, but I figured if I said something, A, we would argue, and B, you would try to go with me, which would ruin the whole...
You know, that's
Elf
the
thing.
darndest thing that you said that. You know, we had this exact discussion, and you want to know what Darcy said? Like, well, rather what I said after Darcy said, why didn't he at least tell us? I said that exact thing. I feel so vindicated right now.
Let's just put it this way. I figured I had the best chance if I was alone, because I'm the quietest and the most observant.
If it's any consolation, I totally thought that you would be A-okay.
Honestly, that is
Yep.
a big...
You're like a less armored, more nimble version of me.
Don't know how I feel about that, but I will say thank you for the vote of confidence.
Your brain power is also a little higher, but you know, brains don't win fights. Brains are what splatter all over the place after.
Fair enough. But yes, I managed to get her out of there, and I believe I wasn't seen at all. So she just truly disappeared from out of nowhere to them. All in all, very successful. I hesitate to say that if other people were brought with me, it would have ended very poorly.
To be fair, I can't resist a fight like that. I would,
Exactly.
you know, I would just ride in for it.
Yeah.
Take as many of those bastards down.
100%.
Be honest, you think I could have taken them?
No.
You know, I'm gonna revoke my confidence I had in you.
He was very tall, very muscular, and his blood can do strange things. There's no way.
Another certified freak of nature. I look forward to meeting him.
Where, I suppose Veyroon and Vestel, where might they be? I figure I should probably let them know at least.
Where I will be depends on my commune. So
Vistel has not left. She wants to make sure Varus has come back, but she's probably like training.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm relayed that information, I'll go find her, not knowing where Veyruun might. Probably cash it, sneak up behind her as she's stabbing something.
Perception check.
Sure.
I mean, I'll roll spell.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely not. You had no idea he even existed before he showed up.
Okay, I go and hit him.
I don't come in front of you.
You spooked
I'm 100. I'm
You
behind
snuck
you.
up on someone and tapped their shoulder.
Wow.
They have a
Wow.
halberd.
Tapped
They're
their
going to swing at you.
I have not tapped her shoulder. What happens is as she's stabbing, should I just say a little more to the right, and then I duck.
You made it back, did you?
Yes.
You
In
want
one
to
piece.
tell me what you were doing in the tri-point?
Well, I imagine, as you know, as I said the other day while we were very injured, that there was a woman that I let go because my blood woke her up or something, and she was the only one that managed to make it to the tri-point, and it's been a couple of weeks since she had been there. So I went to get her out.
And you were successful?
100% successful. Let's just say she was, much like you, chained in that tower.
Oh, God, that's... Well, glad you got her out. Or she had to go through everything I did.
The only difference is that the individual there was now an tall orcish man, very muscular, saying some prayers of some kind in the language I have yet to master. The last thing I was able to see was he had cut his finger and his blood was burning her.
Does this sound familiar to me at all?
Give me a history check. You no longer make those at disadvantage.
Yay.
Hey!
Oh.
I think it
Why did-
automatically applied disadvantage, but that's still a 6
I don't-
plus 2 to 8. I don't know why. But... Yeah, no. No. The burning blood does sound a little familiar, specifically in relation to the artifact that all of you have. But other than that, no.
And recall... Did it ever happen to me? I just don't know what it is, or I've just never heard of this before.
You've never heard of this before.
Okay.
A lot of the torture that was used while you were imprisoned, you kind of, probably have repressed.
Yeah, I don't know. This is news to me. You are muted. Talking.
Can't hear you.
Nope.
Your microphone break? Oh, he disconnected.
Right.
There you go.
It's working. I can hear you.
There were also two groups fighting while I was there. One defending, one attacking, obviously. But I should let you know that the orb of blood in the sky is getting a lot smaller, and something's coming out of it.
Jake, can I now recall anything about the time stopping vamp. Well, I guess you didn't say anything about that. But would I know anything about that? Would I know anything about the orb of blood?
Time stop vampire? No. Orb of blood? Yes. Give me a history check.
Can I roll it normally?
Yes.
They're like, I think it just automatically rolled it last time.
I don't know why it's giving you a disadvantage.
Still automatically rolling disadvantage.
Something must be up. Let's see.
16. Then.
16. You do recall... Yeah. You do recall overhearing various different things, specifically in relation to resurrection rituals. If a force that was powerful enough went to sleep for long enough, it would require a lot of blood to bring that thing back. This sounds like a resurrection ritual. However, this sounds like a resurrection ritual that was actually interrupted.
Oh, okay.
Because they would usually burst out of the blood bubble, not have it much smaller.
Well, sounds like they're resurrecting something big, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like you described it. It should have just exploded out of this orb. It shouldn't just be getting smaller.
Okay. Well, at the very least, Van Bloom has seen it as well. So, I don't know if he himself curious about it and maybe might look into it. I'm not too sure, but he has seen what is occurring. So,
And you said there were people fighting.
yes,
What did they look like?
it was a flurry of blades. There were hundreds.
Were there any uniforms or specific kinds of clothing?
None that I was able to recall. Right?
No. A lot of it just seemed like colors that were meant to be used to blend in. Like traveling attire.
Unfortunately, not. I could tell you that 30 of them were like us. They were fighting to defend the castle, granted in the midst of hundreds again. So,
Okay. Is this something you think we should look into or address?
I don't know. I don't know if maybe me getting Atney out might have stopped something, because it seemed like he was using her for something. It seemed like he was praying and doing, again, something I'm not fluent in the language yet, so I could only pick up some words, and I don't know if it was a prayer, if it was a part of the ritual. I'm not too sure, but I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe getting her out of there might have stopped something.
And she's here now?
Yes, she's resting because she is extremely badly wounded.
That's not surprising.
Yes.
Well, I think we should round everyone up and just see if she can give us more information.
I don't know exactly how long she'll be out for. I don't know exactly how long she might have been in that state.
Maybe we can get Veyroon to help heal her.
I mean, Van Bloom said there was a cleric on the way, so I'm assuming it's not Veyroon, because otherwise I'm assuming he would have said Veyroon is on the way, but we can still go and check with Veyroon. Where is he, by the way?
Last I heard, he was praying or something.
Okay.
I got out of there real quick.
Fair, yeah, no, that... Is he still praying?
Probably.
I left a day ago.
Yeah,
He's been
he's
praying the whole time.
he's really into it.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go try to see if Faerun is in his room. That is
I'll go
given
with
to us.
him.
Okay, wait. On my turn, I was going to commune, and then I was gonna ask if Varys was going to survive the try point, and if she
No.
said no, I was gonna chase after you.
Oh, no. You're muted.
You're muted.
Muted, Jake.
You have multiple questions for Commune.
Yeah.
Is that the only question you ask?
No, I was gonna ask others, but like, I was gonna say like I don't know I was gonna
I
be
think you
there.
gotta ask them all at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, well we can do this quickly, and just to see what it is.
You are
You're going
super
so
robot.
roboted.
I think you're walking out of range of your headset. Or like something similar.
He's just driving down the road, no big deal.
Wouldn't be surprised. Okay.
No.
Yeah, he's definitely gone into a different room. I know
Okay.
that Microsoft Teams ass headset.
But yeah, Jake, I made it.
You made it.
I did the dangerous thing and I made it out alive.
The dangerous thing, and honestly,
Okay.
it went
Does this work?
literally as well as it could have. Yes, I can hear
Yes.
you now.
Okay, yeah. So I was gonna cast Commune. I was gonna ask, number one, is Varys going to survive the try point?
You would get most likely. And
Isn't it yes or no? Yes, no, or nothing?
is that the only way that they can answer?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought they could answer differently.
Well, you receive a correct question for each answer.
You mean correct
There's,
answer for
there's
each
another
question?
spell that's at a
Yeah.
higher level that gives
you
like a more
contact your
in-depth
deity or divine
response.
proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no. You must, for spell ends,
Oh.
you receive a correct answer for each
And-
question.
Yes.
Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you might receive unclear as an answer if a question pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's knowledge. In a case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deity's interest, the GM might offer a short phrase as an answer instead.
Okay.
Oh, so it could be most likely.
Then you would get most likely.
Okay, I 100% trust Faladin. No questions asked. Won't even question it. I'm just so blissful that I can hear Faladin's voice.
And yes, their voice is a dull, almost metallic echo in the back of your mind. And you can feel that they're kind of pushing through this divine connection to give you this answer.
Okay. Second question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a Grey Warden in immediate danger?
That would be misleading. You would get the answer multiple.
Oh shit. Okay, last question. Do I have a child?
Yes.
No. No. Okay, that's where you find Faerun. He's praying for your soul and also for the soul of his child that he doesn't know.
Wonderful. Can I hear him? Is he silently praying or is he like actually out loud praying?
He's like whisper praying.
Cool. So can I hear him through the door?
Oh yeah.
Wonderful. I think I just kind of open the door and I go, "Stop praying for my soul. I don't need it."
You're alive.
What's this about a kid?
Oh well, you guys got the question into my head.
And we were right.
I had to ask Frau Lane.
And we were right.
Well, yes.
Mm,
I mean, I don't
funny how that works.
still don't know who the mother is, but there's a kid out there.
Well, congratulations, I suppose.
It's been years. The kid's already at least toddler.
Um,
Well, you're alive. How was
yeah,
it?
I made it back pretty efficiently, I should say. I've realized going alone, apparently, that's my time. I need to get places down by a lot.
So you think you really didn't need us?
Yeah, let's just say I got to the try point in about like 2 days, 1.5 days.
What? Is that like what? Is that like halfway? What?
I'm very efficient.
Did you succeed? Did you just have
Yes,
to
I
run away?
did. And she is currently in the infirmary, and we would love it if you could also look up on her, because currently Van Bloom is called a cleric. You know, our own cleric might be good at what he does as well.
I'll come right over.
All right.
Yeah, and I'll just walk back to the infirmary with, I assume, Vestella and Veyron.
You all head back into the infirmary.
I don't know if Artemis has left. You're muted.
I'm probably still there, just like kind of
Yeah.
sat somewhere, off to the side.
Yeah, and you would have seen a human woman kind of come in with Van Bloom. She seems to be probably like early 60s. Like this gray hair tied up in a ponytail, kind of walked over, and as she glances down at her face, ooh, that looks like it hurts. Do you know what happened to her, Van Bloom? No, not entirely sure. But it looks like she's got burns, scratches. She's thin as a toothpick. Half of her hair is missing. Likely tortured. Nothing good. Do take note, she is not human. I believe she's part vampire. Dampier, as they call it. That'll make treatment a bit more difficult. I have to rely on good old potions, salves, the like. I don't want to accidentally kill her with some divine power. At this point, Artemis, you hear an echo from your sword, which is very unusual, because you've only heard it maybe 3 times before. Each of the previous times has been something extremely dangerous that has descended into the plane. Temporary incursions typically don't get your notice. But you find that something has invaded the material.
Do I know if it's like near where I'm at or just somewhere in general?
You're not entirely sure. It doesn't give you a location. It just says to watch for anomalies and to be careful.
Oh. Artemis is like sat there in the corner, like probably has like his little pipe of smoke monsters and is like reading something before he stops and just goes, "Oh. Oh no. Well, I hmm. I doubt it's related, but I do just want to throw out there, just so we are all aware that we're all in the know, that somewhere out there, maybe it's here in the city, maybe it's where we're going, but somewhere something has crossed over from the beyond into our realm.
Van Bloom looks over at you. I'm sorry, could you have been more cryptic with that?
Yes, but it did happen.
But yes, could you be less cryptic about what you're trying to say?
No, I get very limited information. I just know that something has slipped into our world.
You do know that one of the instances previously was your brother's incursion. You didn't feel it because you weren't a blade at the time. However, the one who passed you, your blade, did feel it. And they were warned of your brother's intrusion. Or the acts of your brothers, I suppose.
Yeah.
But they were specifically told at that time what was going on.
Yep.
And this one is just, something happened.
Something's going on.
Great.
No, normally, whenever there's something like this that happens, we all get notified in some capacity, and if it's a threat that can be dealt with, we usually get a notification directly to us that effectively tells us where to go and what to do. Though, whenever this happens, it usually means that it's unknown, at least, when it comes to dealing with it.
Sorry, as a part of the actual message itself, they also tell you that Hunter 12, the Blade of Light, is currently looking into it. Which you would
Is currently dealing with it?
They're not dealing with it, they're looking into it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes. And you would know that Hunter 12, the Blade of Light, is Richard Pura, which I believe you've met before. Have you guys? I don't...
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, we did. He was he was one of the ones guarding the castle.
Let me give you limited access so all of you can see him. Richard.
Mm.
I don't
It seems
remember
that
if we met him.
someone. Yeah, he was a guard at the castle. We passed him.
Oh, I was unconscious.
Yeah, I don't think you were there.
Yes, he was.
Do what?
He was indeed unconscious.
But yes, no, it would seem as though someone is looking into it, but that's concerning. But I bring it up because if he's looking into it, and should anything arrive, I will have to go deal with that. Just as a heads up.
Understood. That shouldn't be an issue. She's in good hands. Right, Zona. Yes. I'll do my best to take care of her. She's in good hands. She kind of walks over to the next thing, and you could see she kind of like brings out like half of a medical kit and just like starts making a potion with it as the rest of you walk in.
Where is she?
And you kind of glance over and you can see that there is a cleric of who you are currently unfamiliar with that is currently kind of looking over her and just like slowly pouring what appears to be a health potion into her mouth.
I'm just gonna walk up quietly. I'll do like a medicine, check.
Go for it.
Well, I'll enhance ability to really expand my mind.
Hold on.
Oh, that is not advantage.
You can roll it again. 26. It looks like a lot of her wounds are superficial. Like, they probably hurt a lot, and she's going to be recovering for a long time. But she's not going to die. She's not in any threat to her life at this moment.
Can I inspect her biology a bit more?
Yeah.
So, it was mentioned like she was it like she got the blood of a vampire to become like a spawn or a vampire, but then she got Varys's blood.
Mm-hmm. And as you kind of
Was that-
inspect her, give me, you know what? We'll just take the 26 you already rolled. Yeah, inspecting her, she honestly looks a lot like Varys. She doesn't seem to be breathing, though she is definitely alive. There is like a little bit of a heartbeat going on, but it's very slow. Her skin is a lot paler than it used to be, and she was already very pale. And she's got like these sharp teeth that you can recognize are very similar to the ones that Mars has. Though she doesn't seem to have like the telltale traits of an actual vampire spawn. She seems, at the very least, mentally herself.
I see.
But
Seems
obviously, you can't tell until she's awake. So
Yeah. Seems sporadic. We saw her earlier,
she's been through
a few
quite
months
bit.
ago.
Oh.
She was being converted to a vampire spawn, but seems like the conversion halted or changed at some point.
Yes, it looks like. She's a partially cursed, partially converted. It doesn't look like it went all the way. She's still alive, which is good. We'll have to check her mental facilities once she's awake, but she's okay for now. My name is Senna. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name's Faerun. I'm a cleric of Faolain.
Oh, you follow Faolain? Me as well.
Yes. Oh,
I have been in
I
her life
must-
for many years.
I would say the same, but seems like I haven't really seen her until recently.
Is this the power of faith?
Be-
Plus, you had acquired her powers, did you?
Well, she did gift me with the ability to use some of her powers.
And that gift is all the faith you need. She smiled before getting back to her work.
Go over to Artemis and I whisper in his. Faerun knows he's got a kid now.
Oh, does he? Really?
Yeah, apparently he had to ask his god for it.
Is it-
Confirmation, that is.
I mean, I don't mean to sound judgmental, but it's pretty bad when you have to ask a literal god, you know, if you have a child or not.
Yeah,
Did,
Especially if
did
it's the god of
his
marriage.
deity at least tell him who?
No, I don't think he had.
But I mean, surely he can discern, you know, who it would be,
Been
right?
with plenty of women.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if I should congratulate him or reprimand him for, you know, not
Up
being
to you.
there.
I already congratulated him because I thought it would be fun. Van Blue,
He looks over.
Vestel here knows what the blood orb thing is.
I saw it. What is it?
Seems to be some kind of resurrection ritual that got interrupted. It shouldn't. The orb shouldn't be getting smaller. Whatever is in it should have burst out from it.
I think my theory is correct. Or, oh, sorry, wrong asset. I think my theory is correct then. Whatever they were trying to do, they were trying to raise, recreate, resurrect, whatever, something within the Troy Castle. It wasn't as successful because some sort of civil war broke out. Now the question is why? You said you had seen that vampire who was capable of casting Time Stop before.
Mhm.
He had almost disintegrated Darcy.
Yes.
Why did he not finish you off?
He saw us down. When he walked away, well, when he snapped and he was gone.
And there was another Vestel before.
Mhm.
Could it be that he's realized something? Maybe he's the one fighting this war.
I don't. I mean, he seemed to be looking out. Maybe he's in charge of what's happening and going to step in if something goes wrong on his side. I'm not. I don't know. The only thing I'm really curious about is what the orc man was doing. He was praying. He was doing something.
Yes, I'm also curious. But I think that's more for her to answer. He kind of looks down at me.
Yes.
But this tells us a few things. There's creatures that came out of the orb before. They likely had to use something very similar to that. That giant, weird, tusky elephant that was summoned. That was likely from the orb. A portion of that power that was initially meant to go to a resurrection ritual had been used to maybe defend themselves? I'm unsure. I couldn't keep anything there. I wish I could have seen the end of this civil war. That would have been useful.
I do obviously apologize for having to get out of there so fast. But I doubt I could have been able to take that orcish man at all.
No, understandably. You're tiny, he's massive.
Exactly. I might be nimble, but I have a feeling if he hit me one good time, that would be it.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, infighting in the vampires is good. However, whoever does emerge on the top, whether it's the original organization or whoever else new had to come and try and take power, it probably won't be a good thing. Unless they both wipe each other out, but the chances of that are nearly zero.
Indeed.
So I guess, do we let this play out? Do we try to go there, intervene, find something out? Or do we just let it happen and probably deal with it later?
I mean, there were hundreds of them.
Maybe me showing up could change something? I don't know.
I think it would take too long regardless. It might have taken Varus 2 days to get there, but he was alone, on horseback.
How long would that take us? Double? Triple?
Like a week.
4 days,
Eesh.
hard riding.
That'll be long over by then.
I mean, we'd still also have to go through the Tripoint. Also, the cave that we went through before is entirely trapped.
What?
So there's that as well. And only 2 of us can climb walls. So
If we lose even more time. But-
So we leave it. I don't know, maybe we try to get some allies in Kirkwall.
But if we don't know now, if we don't go now, we won't know what happens for a while.
I think the problem is, again, there are hundreds of them. in 4 days, everything can change. Someone new might actually be in tower. You know, everything. Difficult to say what might happen. I was obviously only able to glimpse at what was going on. Not like I could stay. It's going to be very difficult to get through that, especially if it's all of us. I was extremely quiet. I don't even know if they knew I was there.
Hmm.
We don't know what kind of opposition we might have if all of us decide to go there, especially all of you with heavy armor.
No, they wouldn't see us.
Hmm?
Hmm.
I'm assuming they would see you, which might be the problem. Again, I apologize for leaving by myself, but there's a reason I had to go alone.
You're gonna want to save that apology for Darcy wherever he is.
Oh, please, he's not going to listen to me. Am I wrong?
I mean, I won't say one way or another, but you know.
And have to contact him, ask him to come with us.
We can go, but I don't think it'll be good. Again, I wasn't able to. Nothing interrupted me going there. Granted, I was by myself, but I did have an exit strategy if I were to go.
Hmm.
All of you had business in Kirkwall, correct?
Yes.
Something about the Greys?
Yes. I just asked Charlene too.
I would tend to that
There's-
first.
Multiple Greys in danger.
Multiple? No, that's not good. They've been good friends to me. Every single Grey I've come across. So if possible, I'd like them not dead. Take this as a personal request from me then. Go, take care of the Greys. Come back. I'll try
Something
and
like
find out if
like
this
a
is...
favor.
No, this does not count as one of your favors.
I figured I'd ask.
Okay, yes, please keep an eye out to the try point. We will try and save as many Greys as possible. And
And
find them.
once you're back, we can discuss what's happened or what is happening at the Tri-Point. Chances are, if we give it a little bit of time to rest and settle, the chances of us actually succeeding, or you succeeding in whatever it is that you're trying to do in the Tri-Point, will probably go a lot better.
Well, very well. I suppose we'll have 5 days until everybody else joins me in Kirkwall then.
I can come early. We can do some recon.
Don't do anything stupid. Gonna pat you on the shoulder.
I already did
walking
my
away.
stupid thing.
You did! I told you not to do it. Yet you went through and did it regardless.
It worked.
It did. Still stupid.
Oh, I won't deny it.
He
Give it the
walks
best
out.
chance, though. But yes, I suppose I don't know what the rest of you are planning on doing, but I suppose I'll be spending at least 4 days in Kirkwall, seeing what I can scrounge up.
Well, I had plans, but I don't think everyone is here. But apparently, something has entered into our realm, as in like an extraplanar being.
Oh,
One.
do you know where?
Not at the moment. I know that one of the other blades was sent to investigate it, but if it's a dire enough threat, who knows, I might end up getting drafted into this one.
Well,
I just hope that it's at least along the way wherever it is that we're going.
suppose time will tell.
Speaking of doing stupid things, I think if I go to Kirkwall, I will do something stupid. If you're trying to be diplomatic with the flowers, I don't know if I can do that. I was planning on going to Tipper to clear my head, to visit the resting place of my guild, and I think I'm still going to do that.
Are you wanting to like meet us there, or like should we like once we're done, should we maybe wait there a few days, or like get in contact with you, meet you here, like?
I would definitely like some answers from the flowers. So if you are going to talk to them and build some kind of connection with them that might help.
I will see what I can't find.
We could let you know.
I mean, we could always try to extract information from them if, you know, they're not in the diplomatic mood.
Sure, let me know. But I think I have to
There's
go
only
be
one
with...
flowers we're killing, if it comes to that. Just so you know.
Man, I'd love to do it myself, but I think I just need to go be with my guild now. So
As long as you don't die while you're there, I'll be satisfied.
hey, just keep an eye on the book, right? No promises, but try my best.
You know, just don't go picking any fights that, you know, you're clearly outnumbered in. Don't take after me.
Oh, don't
I
worry.
would say don't do anything I wouldn't do, but I mean, to be fair, that's not a long list.
Don't go into the tri-point by yourself, don't take after me.
I am going to go to Tipper. That is my only plan right now. Then I'll meet you
mean-
guys after.
You say so.
Alright. Sounds good.
Okay. And we are back on the downtime lists.
I don't know if you want to switch over to Robert real quick.
Yeah, let's go to him first.
Just get my shit done. I'm literally gathering money for you fuckers.
Yeah,
Oh man,
on allowance.
I spent way too much.
I was like, oh, a quick 20-minute adventure. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, Darcy. Sorry. You left on the first
RDM
day.
dies before.
Yeah. You left to Ardalon on the first day, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And I'm guessing you're working all 7 days?
That I am.
Is there anything else that you wanted to do?
Not really.
Okay.
Darcy's just doing what he can, making things, getting money, keeping his mind off of the idiot who went into fucking dangerous territory alone with only a fucking message left behind.
Well, you know. The rest of them, though, you know he survived perfectly fine. However, you do not. And as such, I will need you.
Darcy figures he'll fucking be alive, but it's still annoying.
Give me 7 carpentry checks. Carpenter's tools checks? Carpenter's tools.
What? Carpenter tools. Oh, to make.
Yeah, for his...
I thought we were doing persuasion for it. Since I'm like
is it
selling things.
persuasion? Yeah, sure. Let's do persuasion.
Well, you have to make your stock too, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but that's easy.
Yeah. So that's 2 progress. That's pretty good. What's your intelligence modifier again?
My intelligence modifier is +1.
Okay. So you have 2 progress so far.
Mhm.
I'm guessing you'll probably only need like 3 more. Roll me 3 more. Yep, that's a double. That's a 4, 5.
That was almost a 1.
Almost. 5. 2 more. That's a 6. That's a 7. Oh my god, 3 2s in a
Ain't no
row.
way.
That hurts.
Roll me your DC for the last final check. For the final DC, as this is your 7th check. Or, sorry, this is your 7th progress. It allows you to do your final, which is your, 19. Okay. You get 400 gold for the 1, 2, how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of work. It's not super busy. The stock isn't selling as well as you want it to, but it's not a bad
Wait a minute.
amount.
Just... Don't I get... I thought I got 2 per day since I have the +1. I'm trying to remember the fucking downtime rules here.
No,
It's
you
2 per
get a-
day
you get-
after.
Yeah, after you get your stacks from continuously doing the same work, equal to a number, it was like, I think it was like 10 minus your intelligence modifier. That's
7 minus intelligence. After 6.
Yeah, so 6.
Yeah.
And I got 2 immediately.
No,
Which
no,
would
no.
mean I only-
It's not on the progress. It's on days worked. So every day you work, you get like it's a continuous thing.
Okay, I thought progress was gained at a certain rate dependent on intelligence modifier
Continuous
as well.
sustained effort makes more progress than those that spread their efforts. When a character does the same activity for a number of days equal to 7 minus their intelligence modifier, they gain
Okay,
a
gotcha.
+1. So yeah, it's a number of days equal to it. So it's 7, 6.
Alright.
You would have to work on this for 6 days before it got anywhere, but you only worked for 5 and you hit your progress mark. So, yeah. Yep. Roll me the final check for your this. It is a persuasion.
I did. It was the 19.
Oh, you did. Yes. Sorry, it was 400 gold then. Boom. Yeah, you get 400 for the 5 days of work. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's money. You have 2 free days left. Is there anything else that you wanted to pursue in those days? You could continue to work, but the progress would reset because your downtime would end.
Yeah, but it would be
You could pursue
the
something
next one
else.
would be the next one would be the 6th day.
Yep, so you would get double progress. However, regardless, even if you rolled like enough for both of them, you would still max out at 6 progress. You wouldn't be able to get the 7th. Unless you roll really high and I'm really nice. So you could try.
Yeah, I might as well.
Okay, so you would need 20
Well, he's got-
or above for
he's got
both of
He's
these.
got 2 days left, right?
Yep.
Wouldn't he make it then?
No,
Because
you can
the
only get
first 2
3
rolls he
days.
hit-
It's 3 progress on the first day if he gets above 20. And then it's another 3 progress on the next day.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is the first 2 rolls he has was a 30 and a 25. Wouldn't that be 2, 4, and then 5, 6, which would be
No.
that's where
30 is 2. It's only 2 progress.
And the 25.
and the 25
Yeah, that's 2 progress. So that's 1, 2, 3,
That
4,
would be-
5, 6, 7.
6, and then on the 6 it goes again, and then it doubles after that. So then
I'm
the
losing you.
1, 2,
You're
3,
losing me.
4.
I think we're all losing each other because the math is not mathing.
No, it is mathing. So the 30
So,
gave
ju-
you 2 progress. The 25
Yes.
gave you 2 progress. The 15,
that's
15,
4.
15 all gave you 1 progress.
But he
The
only needed
15
6.
I only needed 6,
No, you
So
need
on the
7.
4th roll,
You need 7 progress.
but I have
Okay.
1 intelligence, therefore it was
No.
6.
That's to increase the amount of progress you would get per day, not decrease the amount of progress required to complete.
oh, right. Yeah.
That's where we were losing you.
This
Makes
is how I wrote it. This is how it was last time.
Except the way that you were explaining it right then, it wasn't mathing.
It's been a while since we've had downtime.
Yeah,
It has.
but yes. So
Right. Okay.
you would have to roll above a 20 for the next 2 rolls for you, and then I'll be nice. Okay,
How
yeah.
about that?
I will definitely be nice for that. So, yeah, you'll hit the 7 again. Roll me another persuasion check for your final DC check. Oh my god. Honestly, last 2 days, sales fucking boom. They were
Merchant
hot.
God.
They were fucking
Damn.
hot for some fucking reason. Everybody was coming by. They were swinging by. They were like, "Wow, he's got some cool shit." And they buy it up like hotcakes. You get 1,500 gold for the last 2 days of work compared to the last 5, where you got 400.
Word had time to get around that Darcy was back.
True. Took a little while for people to stop being lazy and come over. But yeah, you earn a total of 1,900. That's pretty good.
And I still need to deduct how much from material cost.
Yes. Material costs.
25 per day?
It is 20. No, because you are your own employer. Actually, no, because you have to make your own stuff. It would be 25 per day.
Yeah. Yeah. The reason that I'm adding my own stuff is why it's not 50 per day, if I recall correctly.
It's because you own your own storefront that it's not 50 a day.
Yeah. So 25 times 7, 140. Oh, let's just get rid of all the excess coinage I have.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Lots of money. Lots of bank.
Because 25 times 7 is 140, yeah?
25 times 7, it is 175.
Jesus Christ, my brain. What the fuck is wrong with me lately?
That's all good.
Oh well, 1,400 there. 140 there. And then just 35 from. Alright, I'm good. You can move on to someone else.
Bada bing, bada boom. At the end of the 7 days, you return and you realize that Varus is a-okay. Unless at the end of the 7 days, Varus is dead, which, you know, it could happen still. So, let's go back to Varus.
I mean, I don't know if you want to do like Artemis or anything first, just because I don't know what Andy wants to do. So I feel like mine would probably take a long time again.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Well, let's go with other people first. Andy, Artemis.
Because I'm gonna do a lot of recon and talking to the flowers.
I see. Yes.
So I have two things.
Mm-hmm.
First, while we're here in town, I'm going to try and find either I don't know if my old courier company would be here or if there'd be like other ones that I would know.
Malagost? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely your old company as well as other companies.
Gotcha. Then yeah, I would over like the first day or so, I would probably just go across them and see if there has been any, I guess, news or, I guess, whisperings of potential, like, I guess almost jobs going on more up to the northwest where we're planning on going here soon.
Are you
Like
looking for
around
like
Kirkwall.
bounties and stuff?
Yeah, just to see if there's like any bounties, any like open like issues going on in like some random small town, or you know, if there's some like monster been roaming around up in that area, maybe something that we could like deal with on the side or whatever on the way up there for like a few extra coins.
Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation check.
Sure. I'm not great at this, but I will give it the old college try.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation. Wow.
Nothing that sparks your interest even remotely. There is an escort mission for a guy and his ox. He needs to get from Castle Parditos to Fort Lest, and he's paying 7 silver for the entirety of the entire journey.
Wow. I just kind of look at that one. I look at like one of the halflings there. I'm like, is that a typo? Do we think that's they meant like gold or like?
I don't think so. He's a really poor farmer, I think. Well, from what it seems like. So,
Interesting.
It's essentially volunteering at that point. Gear would cost
Eh.
more.
I mean, I feel like gear, the rations, you know, like
Everything.
yeah. Okay then. Well. All right, and I'll be on my way after that if there's nothing that I can find in the
Yeah.
immediate time. For the
Unfortunately.
next few days,
Mhm.
because I know Andrew mentioned it, so I don't know if Varus is already gonna do this, or if Artemis might be able to tag along if he's doing something like this. But I do want to, and I would have to get Varus for this anyways, more than likely. But I would like to basically find Varus and try and see if we can speak with some of the less savory types of people in town to see if there's anyone that has any dirt or inside info on the flowers specifically.
In Melagast or Kirkwall?
In wherever we're at currently in Melagos, but if Varus is
Varus
like
would be in
wanting to,
Kirkwall.
yeah, I was about to say if Varus is gonna be going over to Kirkwall, probably see if I could tag along, or if at least, you know, because Artemis doesn't know if that's what he's gonna be doing or not. So
Okay. We'll run back to you when we get to Andrews.
sure.
Was there anything else you wanted to do with your downtime? Or did you want to spend the rest of it chilling in Kirkwall, talking to people?
I'd probably mostly just kind of be chilling, you know, kind of just relaxing, probably occasionally showing off my new talking
Gun.
stick.
Fair. Okay.
Actually, Jake, a question occurred to me.
Sure.
If I were to acquire the material components for teleportation circle, how much would that be at cost for like 4 things of Chuck?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Oh.
You're trying to find enough material for 4
Yeah.
castings of teleportation circle?
Yeah,
That's 50 gold. Right?
Is it 50
Okay.
gold?
yeah, 50 gold each.
Yeah, it'd be 50 gold.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Spell components, unless it's like a diamond, is usually very hard to get discounts on.
Well, I wasn't looking for a discount. I was just wondering if it was at cost or not.
Oh, yes. All of it would be at cost, yeah. Yep. Let's go to Vestels.
If she hasn't left, she'd probably just finish up the trading that she was doing.
Okay.
Like,
And
I think it was-
what trading was it?
Where do I find the notes again?
It should be on your character sheet on the very last tab. Or do you mean the actual notes?
Yeah, the ones that
It's
things
under
I can
journal
work
entries.
towards.
It's under rules.
Was
No, it shouldn't
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
It
make
should be
it.
under notes. It should be under characters
downtime
and then notes.
activities.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you meant like yours, right? You were doing. You have 19 of 30 progress to get +1 to damage.
Okay. Thought I had more than that. Well, so much can I keep it? Hold on.
That's what you have written on the notes.
Yeah,
don't
I
know
think
if
I was
you're-
keeping track of it somewhere else. I think I had a different document. I was at 25. 25 out of 30.
Okay. Yeah, you can make some attack rolls just to see if you can get back onto that track.
Sure.
So, real quick question. Veyruin is the only one with a scroll left, right?
Yes. At this point.
Yeah.
How do I?
Just on a side note, yeah, your scroll disintegrated as soon as you used it.
Oh yeah. No, I that's why I counted it off. I just wanted to
Just
make
making sure. What's up?
Sorry, how do I roll it without having a target?
Click the name of the weapon, and then click attack.
Oh, thanks.
That is 2 success. So that is 27. On your
Okay,
first
how
roll.
many do I do again?
You-
As many as it takes to get to 30.
Sure.
That's another success. That is 27 to 29.
Okay.
And that is your last success that's required to get to 30. So, now you need a final DC. The DC is... let me double check.
15.
It's 15
15
on the attack.
yeah.
So roll me another
Alright.
attack roll. And this would be your final DC for the check.
Come on.
That is 25.
Yeah.
You succeed. You now have a +1 to damage. If I remember correctly, this was specifically only to with your halberd.
Yeah.
Was it a plus? It was a +1 to hit because +1 to hit is 30.
Is it
let
+1
me
to hit or
see.
+1
It was to
damage?
hit. Yeah, it was to hit. Right.
Oh, then yes, it was to hit.
Okay. Yeah, after that's done, she'd probably leave.
Oh,
Okay.
Say bye to everyone. Heading out. See you guys in a I don't know how week.
I don't know if any of us are there.
Oh, okay. Well,
no, it's awkward.
I don't know. You guys knew I was leaving anyway, so
We had a small get together before
yeah, we had like drinks or something.
we all teleported away or something.
Yeah.
Question: which path do you take to Tipper?
Ooh. Probably a well-known path. I guess. Just by the mountains.
Well, like there's a few well-known paths. I'm just kind of like wondering which way, because you can go from Malagost up to Iltalben, and then from there through Veld Castle to Tipper, or you could go teleportation circle to Galores, take a boat down to Tipper. You could go to Free Reach, take a boat up to Tipper. You could go to Kirkwall, take a boat, or like walk to Fort Lest, and then take a boat to Tipper, etc.
I think I would go past the Veld Lake.
So through Iltalben.
Yes.
Question:
Yeah,
do you stop in Iltalben?
If I had to sleep, I guess, but I think I would just be heading up to where my guild is. Agreed.
Okay, so not necessarily investigating anything strange.
I could keep my ears open if I hear
Because
anything
there
while I'm
is
passing through.
something strange in Iltalben.
I mean, I think if I was passing through and I heard something, otherwise I'm not specifically looking for anything.
Just walking through the outskirts of like the bottom of the hills where Iltalben is located, you do see the signposts that point towards the actual city itself, and as you're kind of like, you're just glancing over, checking to see if you need supplies, you realize that actually, give me a perception check. Okay, you do see it. Even with disadvantage.
What?
So
First-
it wasn't
I don't
that 20.
Oh,
Everything is rolling with disadvantage. I'm not sure why.
I'm not sure either. There's probably
Do you have a
something on
level
your.
of caution?
Oh, that's probably why.
Do I?
On your sheet, it
I
says
don't know,
you do.
but
Oh.
Oh, you got one because of when we came back. You got a level of exhaustion.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, first level puts disadvantage on all skills.
So it was just a 17.
Um.
isn't exhaustion gone? You slept at least a day.
We haven't had the long rest yet.
You haven't had long rest. Or well, your
I
short
thought it
rests.
wasn't long rest.
No, short
Yeah,
rests
short rest.
also get rid of exhaustions.
Oh right.
Cool. So was it a 20?
Yeah, it would be 20.
Okay.
Indeed, in that 20.
Yeah, no, in Iltalben, strangely, one of the creatures that you had seen before in the Umberlands is collapsed against the side of the mountain in Iltalben. And you can see at the base of it there seems to be some sort of weird circus set up, toting all sorts of very exciting explorations of this giant's dead body. You could investigate it, or you could leave it be. That is up to you.
I might go up and ask how long they're gonna be here.
The halfling that seems to be kind of manning the main front kind of ticket booth looks at you. Oh! We'll be here for the rest of time! It's gonna be great!
What?
Do you wish
are
to
you doing?
explore the body of a dead giant? Think about it! Look! Its ligaments are on display! And the bones, the skin, the tough chitinous armor. Aren't you curious? Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Well, Vistel is no longer going to tip her.
Oh no, Vistel.
And we'll be shifting to a new character next week.
cool.
Varun.
Okay. So, first day, I do the commune. Second, or rest of the day, I freak out. I make a huge list of potential people that could be the mother of his child.
Mm-hmm. It is
So
honestly
he wastes the whole.
probably way
he
too
wastes-
fucking big. Like
he
there's
gets like a scroll, like he gets like the scroll long page, and he writes through the whole thing, and then he's like, "Shit, the scroll not long enough."
It's written in 9 font. It's double-sided, single-spaced.
Yeah,
Oh.
he even puts like the names of the men for some reason. That could be him. You never know.
Entirely fair.
Okay, that's the first day. Second day, praying.
Mhm.
And then Varys comes back. And then I guess third day, I think he'd go to Kirkwall
Oh.
also.
Alongside Varus, or are you like unaware that he's also going? Varus, you would have told the rest of them, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I
Okay.
mean, that was the original plan.
Wait a minute, out of
Yeah.
character. If we're all just waltzing into Kirkwall, are we just taking the teleporter like up there
Yeah.
that day, or are we just driving up there?
Why,
But
why would
by
we take-
teleporting, I don't
Yeah.
know. We
Okay.
walk there.
Why would we take the time to travel?
It's
Traveling
We're
is
rich.
for peasants.
We are rich. We can do whatever we want.
the masculine urge to take a road trip with the boys. I don't know.
Okay. Oh wait. Also, I need to buy 200 GP of diamond dust.
Mhm.
Can I use the party fund, guys? It's
Now you're rich, right?
You guys are rich. I'm riding off your coattails now.
How much gold do you have left? Okay.
I 100% have the least. I have 400 gold. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure I have the least. I'm not sure. I'm in dust. Yeah, and then, I guess it's us three.
Yeah. I will pay the 80 if you guys want to pay the 5 extra you need.
Alright.
To save myself the cost, I'm just going to go to Kirkwall myself since I'm over in Ardalan.
Sure.
Better than having to pay a total of 85 to go from Ardalan to Kirkwall with a layover in Meligon.
That's we're all like walking over there. I will. Like, kind of noticing how it's basically all of us just kind of convening at what is effectively the airport. I'm just like,
Oh, really,
I don't
Mike?
mean to sound like that guy, but by the by, are we all going to be looking into the thing that I told you about Varus, or like, is that just a you thing? Like,
Which thing?
looking in for information on the noble family whose surname happens to
I
be a
mean,
type of flora.
we can do that, but I was under more the impression that we were going to try to help to get Kel out of jail first. Because he's in jail.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if we were gonna like, try and get information on him first. The whole like a know your enemy, know yourself type thing.
I mean, we can, but I can also just talk to one of them.
I mean, hey, if we want to go straight for the jailbreak, I reach into my jacket and just pull out the handgun.
Oh no, we can't just do that.
Again, like, Inland Flowers is a fine man. He would be more than willing to talk. Unless, he's been killed in the days we haven't seen him.
But I thought we could convince
I
him
guess
to just
technically it's been weeks now, but
get Cal out. It's probably not within his power.
I don't know if he'd be able to do that.
Uh,
Mostly because I believe he married into the family.
You
I
don't
don't know
know.
how much.
You don't know if he even knows that Kel is captured.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
So my primary goal was to, look into anything pertaining to Kel, why he might have been there in the first place, and then obviously have a talk with Ilan and see what he might have figured out in the couple of weeks that we haven't seen it about the whole Grey Warden hunt.
Yes. Jake, that's a normal. Would I know if the buildings have like non-detection ruins inside? Like, could I scry on them?
You're a nobleman of the South, right?
Yeah, but like as a noble in general, like would we be protecting against non-detection? Like, would we have non-detection protect against scrying?
Give me an Arcana check. You aware that some of the more sensitive locations in the south do have this ward up. However, you aren't sure if the prisons have it.
Okay, so it's more room specific, not the whole building.
Yeah. Typically.
Okay.
Because it's very expensive to get put in, so.
Yeah, I could do some scrying, look around. If Ilan gives us a house tour, it'd make it a lot easier for us.
I doubt he would just give us a tour like that.
Well, maybe like a general.
You never know.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
we wouldn't want to go in there at the moment, anyways, right? Like, I feel like we'd at least want to wait till, people aren't holding their guts in by their shirts and so on.
I mean, it's not exactly like they know that we know Cal. We've met once, we fought each other. I don't think they'd have a reason to believe that, hey, we're here to rescue a Grey Warden.
But I'm here, Lara says.
Oh my god, she's up.
It's with us, I guess.
The light once again fades from her eyes.
And she's gone.
But it's not just Kel. We need to learn about the other Grey Wardens that might be targeted.
I don't know how well you're going to do. There's about, what, 20, 30 of them? Max? Maybe more? It'll be difficult to learn about every single one of them.
No, but I'm just saying there's more than just Kel. We need to find out
Well,
about
we
the
don't know
other
if there's
ones
more than
targeted.
just Kel in the prison.
No, but like being targeted.
Well, yes,
this area,
all of them are
maybe.
being targeted. Lyra's being targeted.
Yes, but like immediately in danger.
Which, again, should preface, we're bringing her right to the doorstep of the enemy.
Yeah.
Should we maybe like
We disguise her.
I was gonna say, do we maybe like we could get a
I mean,
like
you've got
a
your good
cloak?
old clown makeup, right?
Oh, that's for me. How about a magic item? Is that? Can we get something like that?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking each other because Varian's not magically well knowledgeable.
Fuck if I know. I just got
The
magic the other day.
The closest one that to be magically knowledgeable is not nowhere near.
Should we just go by that that magic item store we helped earlier? That lady we got the dragon pits for.
Oh, like why can't we just, I don't know, give Lyra a cloak and have her maybe stay away from the family itself?
I mean, like, she doesn't wear armor. She doesn't have like an insignia of Grey Warden on it.
Yeah, exactly. We just give her
If
a cloak
anyone-
and have her like sit in the middle of a crowd, and
But I mean, if she ever takes it off and anyone sees her face, they'll know
Well,
well,
there's a
then I
Grey
would
problem
Warden.
is
certainly hope
wrong.
she's
I think
smart
the
enough to
problem-
not take it off then.
I think the problem is probably going to be her blood. If they find any way to trace, what the fuck they've done to themselves. It's going to be hard to figure out who's a Grey Warden in a town full of people.
She pulls her hood up.
Do we really want to just leave it to a hood to hide her?
Maybe we could put her in the bag of holding.
Who?
I'm not hearing a no.
Listen, again, I don't think the problem is appearance. I think the main problem is that they've all altered themselves in some way, haven't they? They have to have a way of finding that.
Do you think that's
So
how
that's-
they're finding?
How else
Grey
are you
Wardens?
supposed to find a Grey Warden? Look for a man who's holding a sword in a city?
Well, I mean, there's only a few, and they're very. You can tell it's a Grey Warden. So I thought they'd just be going off clues, but I guess I don't know how they're
If
tracking
you looked
them.
at Lyra, would you believe she was just a Grey Warden if you just happened to see her?
Yeah, very clearly, she looks like a Grey Warden.
How?
So that's racist.
Well, her hair color, her eye color.
Her hair color and her eye color are probably the same as multiple people in the world. The flowers have that hair color.
The eye color is unique.
There we go.
The Grey Wardens, you are all aware, the hair color is not unique. They can be literally any shade of any color. However, their eye colors are 100%, every single one of them is like a terrifying gold.
Oh, doesn't she wear goggles then?
And that gold is very, very easy to spot unless you are wearing goggles.
She wears goggles like all the time.
She does. For her dark
Oh
vision.
shit. We're good. She wears goggles.
Yeah. See,
What are we gonna do?
we just throw a cloak on her, we give her the goggles, and then if anyone asks, we just say that, she's our typical human fighter and can't see in the dark.
It's true. She can't see in the
That's
dark.
about right to me. Granted, they probably ask us more questions than her, considering none of us are human.
I mean, I'm pretty darn close.
You are literally grey.
I'm blue, actually.
Because none of us
Exactly.
are that close.
I mean, again, we won't know what happens until we get there, and we are standing outside of this teleportation circle room for no reason.
Well, while we're here, do we at least want to maybe get Darcy, just so, once we're in there, we can do the rest of our rest here, or rest there, rather, and then,
I
go all
can
at
send
once.
him a message to let him know we're going. He could just go directly to Kirkwall.
I mean, we would have to literally wait, 4 more days for Darcy to appear?
I think we
Oh,
could
well,
just
to be fair, he
do
is rich.
some-
Maybe he can pay his own way, I suppose.
Of course he
We could do
can.
some light recon and then maybe wait for him if we want to do anything actionable, like break him out of jail.
Also, are they going to charge us extra if I bring Root in with us?
Yes.
We did last time.
Man,
Don't you
that's
just-
crazy.
I thought they were gone. When did you get them back?
Who?
Rude. Didn't you unsummon them or whatever?
Yeah, but I can summon them back.
Then why did you summon them back?
Oh,
If
that
you
was a good
know
point.
we were going to
actually.
another place.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Maybe we should.
To be fair, for whatever reason in my mind, I thought we were going to be walking up there.
Why?
I don't know. Again, I thought it was going to be a nice little road trip with the boys. I don't know.
That would be absolutely ridiculous. It would take us far longer than just teleporting there.
It'd take
Yeah,
us
but then
over a week.
we get to enjoy the sights. We get to commune with
Yeah,
nature.
and what happens? Maybe
kill a
half
couple
of the Grey
hikers.
Ward, maybe half the Grey Wardens die. Kel is dead.
We're being tortured right now. Like, come on.
Well, you should have thought about that before he got captured. There, I said it.
100% agree. It's crazy that he
Yeah, I
did
can't believe
get
he got
captured.
captured. He really fell for it.
I think Grey Wardens would be well. I guess Lyra would technically be captured as well, wouldn't she?
Hey, she's not exactly all here right now. Far away.
You turn
We should
around,
find out
she's
how-
not there anymore.
Oh no.
You turn around again, she's in front of you.
Oh.
Whoa.
A Waiwamo.
Sheen, baby.
All right, whatever. Let's just go. You do all the deceptive stuff. I'll, if they're wanting to talk and
Deceptive
make
stuff?
deals.
No. I don't talk to people.
Okay,
That's
fine. I'll
ridiculous.
do the talking then.
No. I hear is the best at talking. Other than Darcy,
Wait, hold on. Have you
certain
have you
things.
prayed today?
I pray every day.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
I pray every morning when I wake up, and every night before I go to bed.
Well,
Okay.
Religious people.
truly.
Alright, but as all of you kind of step through the portal, the teleportation circle, you all arrive in Kirkwall. The actual teleportation circle that seems to be in Kirkwall is a lot more... It's a lot less airport terminal and a lot more military station. As you
jeez.
kind of walk through, you are immediately greeted by several paladins in like this bright, shining gold armor. Gold trim armor. It's mostly silver still, but they all kind of look at all of you. One of them narrows their eyes. Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Sure.
Are they all human?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Well, Veyroon, Varus, the two of you very easily tell the one who narrows his eyes. He's not a fan. He's really not a fan. Thankfully, there are two others who seem perfectly fine with all of you. One of them looks really bored, though he does look like he's still, present and kind of trying to account for things. Business in Kirkwall, as well as payment, please.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, pay him the 80.
Yeah, what's your business?
Oh, we had an open invitation from Lynn Kirkwall to visit, or Lynn Flowers to visit.
Inland Flowers to visit. And he had sent you this invitation for what reason?
Well,
We had
it was
met in Free Reach, and he had told me to
Yes.
come by if I was in the area, and I am now in the area.
Okay, that's entirely fair. Brother, wait. Are we sure we should let them in? I don't see why not. You know exactly why. You're being a piece of shit again, aren't you? You are putting my reputation at an ill manner. You're being racist. He grabs him by the shoulder, kind of like turns him around, and just like slowly pushes him away from the area, while the third one's like, okay, although you can proceed. Please. I hate to say it, but keep a hood up, right?
Oh,
Easily
thank you.
done.
Welcome to
I put my hood up.
Please enjoy your stay, and well, hopefully you have a good time. Just don't antagonize anybody, alright? Every single second person can smite the shit out of you, so take care of yourselves. That's not a
Oh.
joke.
Keep that in mind.
Okay.
But you walk out of this kind of like first initial, almost like concrete building with no windows, out into a little bit of a wider area, and now the actual city of Kirkwall is a little bit more revealed to you. Glancing out, you see in the center of the actual city what appears to be a large and beautiful, rather serene, almost man-made lake. Here, let me give you guys the image. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen this before, but it doesn't show you the right one. Where's Kirkwall? Where's Kirkwall? Show players. Boom, there you go.
Is it really this circular?
Yes, sir.
God damn.
As you guys kind
You
of
know,
step out of this building, you see this lake is now kind of directly in front of you. In the back, the mountains are beautifully seen and easy to be kind of, inspected. Just behind where you guys currently emerge out of this building, you can see what appears to be a large variety of woodworks, some fields, and some forests, as well as the wall directly behind you, where a large variety of fortifications, soldiers, and people seem to be kind of walking back and forth. You see large magical ballistae kind of littering along the entire wall, every single one of them manned, and it's just a lot of people kind of walking in and out of the area. Not a lot of people seem to be coming in through the teleportation circle, though. And as you're glancing around, just in a very, very quick glance, out of the maybe 100 people that you can see, you see like 2 people who aren't human. One of them is, Varun. Because you accidentally counted him. So, yeah.
You
This
know,
place makes me feel a bit awkward.
I feel a bit out of place here.
Told you it was going to be rough.
You know, that guard wasn't exactly subtle about his bigotry.
Well, think about the house that they're literally working for. The
Well,
man
true.
they're working for.
Speaking of, when we do speak to our dear friend Elon, are we wanting to, I guess be forthright about our intentions on finding Kel, or I think we should just
that
We should be
we can trust
discreet.
him.
beg and Varus?
I believe we should trust him.
I believe we should be more discreet. You don't know the
In what way? He's the one who told me that the Grey Wolves are being attacked.
right, but what they say, the walls have eyes, the doors have ears.
Well, then I guess
never know
we
who's
better
listening.
go. We better go to a very large, or a room that has no doors in it.
That becomes the question. Veyroon, would you be able to send a message to Ilan? Tell him,
Sure,
ask him where his residence might be.
I
And,
wouldn't mind, but there's some people staring at us, and I feel like if I cast a spell here, they might.
Well, then
their swords.
let's just go around. We'll find a tavern. You go use the little boy's room, and then cast it in there.
The little human's room.
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Do Do they segregate their bathrooms here, do you think?
I think
Let's
so.
just find out.
That's what I'm shocked if they do.
Do they have specific taverns for non-humans? I don't know.
Guess we'll find
Well,
out.
I mean, truthfully, I think if we're going to find anything, we'd have to go to the more downtrodden areas. The city is probably where most of the people like us are.
I mean, yeah, I suppose we could, but regardless, I mean, we just need them somewhere to, be able to cast that spell to
Yes.
contact him. It doesn't really need to be down
Exactly.
there, but I mean, I would imagine we'd want to stay there after we've done all this, for a few nights. Probably best to stay in that area, but for now, he's more than likely going to be up in this area.
I do love the fact, I do whisper this, by the way. I do love the fact that out of all of us, the only human one is the one being hunted.
A bit of irony.
Hmm.
She's got the glasses
City.
on. She's got the hood up. She's like, "Yep."
To be fair, Lyra does have some elegance in her features. Maybe she has like a solid like 8th elf in there somewhere. Maybe we can pass her off as half elf.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, okay. You sure not like a great grandmother who's just happened to be half Fae on
She
the
shows you
father's
her
side?
very rounded ears.
You're talking to someone who is, we can more or less confirm, is related to the very racist family.
Most likely.
Hmm.
Well,
They would inbreed before they would hook up with something other than a human. Which is what a lot of noble families do, honestly.
that does give me a good idea for an insult later on. Anyways,
You're welcome. This has been the Ghost of Darcy before he's
Have
dead.
it.
but yes, now let's find a place to take a stop and see if Veyron here can get in contact with our friend.
Or to tell.
Alright. Give me an investigation check, Veyron. Or anybody else in the
Just
party.
favor? Oh, okay. I was like,
Okay. Gonna walk around the city. What's it like?
Yeah, Varus, you kind of look around and just instinctively you're like, okay, that's the nicer part of town. That's the less nice part of town. Let's go that way.
absolutely.
You look at Artemis, and Artemis is just like, he's heading straight for that palace. And you're like, that's not a good idea.
Let's fucking grab the back of his shirt.
Yeah. Veyron's
what?
like vaguely
Oh,
aware that he should
other way.
probably follow you, so he does. And you guys manage to go into a more kind of seedy area, and even here, it's still like 98% human.
What?
Damn.
That's crazy.
There's
Do they
like
seem? We do see some other non-humans though.
yes, you do see.
Do they seem more favorable to them at all, or are they like the lowest of the low?
The 3 half humans that you've seen, one of them was literally getting mugged in a back alley. Another one was sleeping beside a trash can. And the last one you had seen was like a server in a restaurant. And you're pretty sure that the table he was serving at spat at him.
I am just going to say, if one of these people here try to rob us or mug us, I am gonna be putting this new weapon to the test.
Oh, 100%. I'm more than willing to.
I'm curious to see how much sound it makes.
Very. I do apologize, but you were traveling with 2 non-hesitant people. We will kill someone.
Don't
Oh.
kill someone? I'd highly prefer if you really did not.
If someone confronts us, I will kill them.
I feel like that is an extreme overreaction to kill someone if they spit at you or insult you.
I feel like that is a perfectly perfectly fine reaction.
I believe only self-defense in this case would matter more.
And then spat at me. That's an attack.
And that is not true.
What if I have
That's
a
just-
compromised immune system? They just made an attempt on my life.
Then I will kill you with Lesser Restoration.
I'm just letting you know right now. If someone dies in front of your face, don't be surprised.
We will not get away scot-free. I hope you two will know that.
Look, I don't enjoy killing people, but when done righteously or against racists, it's a chore like any other.
I've had to kill many people in my life. Haven't been caught yet.
I will. If you do attack someone, I will stop you.
I mean, you
can
can.
try.
I was about to say you can try you can stop me all you want, but I'm afraid that won't be good enough for the poor sap that gets on the receiving end of either one of my weapons. They did remember that guard did say that every second person is capable of smiting someone, which he's not too far off when you look at our group. I point at Varus 1, and then point at me 2, and then point at Veyron 1, and there you go.
Lyra can smite.
Lyra's not here right now.
You're right.
Does it really
Mentally,
count?
she's not.
Yeah, she's just mentally affected. Okay.
Nonetheless, tavern, back alley, something.
Yeah, somewhere out of sight, and then you get in contact with him, see where he's at, and we'll go there. Or maybe have him come to us. That might actually be
I
the
think
better
it might
option.
be better if someone comes to grab us, as opposed to.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna
non-human.
react to
Exactly.
to 3 or 4 non-humans waltzing right up to one of their nobles' palaces. So it would be funny to watch them try and stop me.
They would be able to.
Okay, I'll cast Sending
Okay.
to Ellen.
Once you guys find a suitable enough location, it's relatively easy to find an area that's kind of isolated and kind of quiet. So, what do you say to Ilyn?
Okay, greetings, Ellen. This is Faerun.
Varus's friend,
We-
Varus Oriel's friend.
No, I met him personally. We met in Melgost. Friend of Varus. I believe we saw each other in Freereach. We're in Kirkwall.
Kirkwall is one word.
Hoping to chat, spend someone for
No, I have 2 words left.
Oh my god!
As we're sitting here, I'm like, wait, did you just spin 15 words on formalities?
25, you get 25. You spent 23 words on formality?
And
No,
this one,
am I right?
let's meet. Done. 25 words. Hey, this is noble to noble. Formalities are super important.
23 words introducing yourself.
It could have just said, hey, I'm Veyron in Kirkwall, and then, use the rest to figure out what to do.
No,
You
manners
Get back.
matter in this case.
It's a pleasure. I'm assuming you're in Kirkwall. I will meet you in the gardens in the evening this evening. Come to the east. It should be quiet.
Okay. He responded. To meet at the gardens in the east in the evening.
Gardens in the east. Do you know which direction east is?
What time of day is it? I gotta
It
look up.
is currently probably around midday, just after like noon, so about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. ish.
I'll point opposite of whichever way the sun is currently leaning, and just be like, it's probably that way. Unless this planet doesn't operate that way, Jake.
It does.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes,
we would
that
know as adventurers probably which way.
Give me a survival check.
Oh,
All
but
of
I'm
you.
looking at the sun.
I think we all know.
Well, Veyron knows. Artemis is vaguely aware, and Varus knows. So yes, you guys know where east is.
Yeah, somewhere
don't
that
know.
way.
Where the fuck in the east this might be?
Kind of glancing at the actual layout of the city, it doesn't look like there's a lot of gardens in the east. It looks like there's like 2 large patches of forest, and additionally, because there's no mountains, it seems that there's a lot of like grassy patches. However, there's only one area that you can really see that has flowers. It is, however, fenced off. Not like a tall fence. It's like a 3-foot tall fence that would be relatively easy to hop, but it looks to be some sort of like botanical gardens with stone paths that was carefully curated by someone. It's not a particularly large area, but it is relatively quiet and private. And surprisingly, even now during the middle of the day, there's not that many people around.
Need to be any like guards nearby, like standing guard, or no?
Honestly, within the actual city itself, other than on the walls, you haven't seen a single guard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, we can head over now. I suppose. Wait and wait.
And of course the guards at the entranceway of the teleportation circle. But
I think we might as well wait here. Might get questioned less. So we're just standing there for hours on end.
But
I mean, to be fair, we are a group of non-humans in a place like this. I feel like no matter where we go, if we stay low or not, people are gonna probably ask us what we're doing here.
truth, I normally fit in this area of town at least. Just remember, steal to survive, kill if be killed.
I don't agree with you, but
Of course you do. You didn't have to live a hard life.
hey, are you saying chugging down 3
I'm
bottles of ale
absolutely
is not a
saying-
hard life?
I'm absolutely saying having time to spend your entire family's fortune is not having a hard life.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, we all have our struggles. But to be fair, Veyron, I saw that list that you were drawing up earlier.
Oh, well,
I know
They
you
were-
had some struggles, but they weren't the same kind of struggles
I
that some
have
of
to
us had.
ask as well, why did you put the men down?
you never know.
Wait, hold
You
on.
should
Hold on. Back
absolutely know.
that up. You put men on that list.
Well, you just never know.
I am hoping you can't get men pregnant,
Yeah,
because that
that's-
would be a problem greater than the entire world.
Wow.
yeah. I
Veyron,
mean, medically, I understand males can't have children, but yeah, I was very drunk. I'm not 100% sure they were male or female.
How do you remember their names?
Well, they told me, but
but
the
how?
part after that, after they told me their name, gets very blurry.
Wait, why is it like selective blurriness on your memory?
Well, it's like, at the beginning of the night, you meet them, you greet them, you get their name, and then at the end of the night,
I would
I
say
don't know where you are.
you could absolutely use that potion to go through your memories, but I don't even want to do that.
Veyron, if your brain blew up right now, would your hair even get messed up?
No, of course not. The gel I used,
Wow.
they call it solvent gel.
Oh.
it's
So your hair is just stuck like that.
sovereign.
No,
gel.
That's just the name. That's just the brand name.
I feel. Never mind.
Suddenly, we all go back. All of our memories go back, and just Veyron's hair has never moved once, ever.
Yep. Even
He's
in the
been knocked
breeze,
unconscious.
it's never.
I kind of lean
changed.
over the Varus and I'm just like, perhaps his sibling or his parents were siblings after all.
Oh my god.
I'm not one to spread rumors. But
Christ!
no, I'm not even going to indulge in this. If you want to think that, be my guest.
I don't know. I kind of gave him a pretty like. I thought it was a pretty obvious
All I'm
insult.
going
He
to
straight
say-
up just,
All I'm going to say is all I'm going to say is if that's the case, I hope his mission to save his sister isn't for something else.
no.
It would certainly be
Well,
impressive.
We've a few hours to kill. Do we want to just sit around? Do we want to get drinks? If anyone will say.
I'd like to interrogate Veyroon about his list.
Okay, he takes out the
mean-
bag of holding.
It's a very
So listen,
long
here you've got a
list.
man named Kyle.
It's definitely
I feel like
Kyle.
you can mark him off the list.
Okay, but was it Kyle or was it Kyla? Because I
thought you
swear,
remembered their name.
I don't know. There was, I mean, something got stuck inside of me, but like, was it?
Whoa!
I don't know if it was real. It gets blurry at that point.
I think we spent a few hours truly going through this list with Veyroon,
We've marked off like maybe 6 names over the course of like 4 hours.
learning absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Somehow you've crossed off the name of the actual parent, and we will never find them.
Darla? No, couldn't be a woman.
Wait, when you learned this information by chance, did your deity at least, specify the age or no?
No, it was a yes or no question, and the answer was yes. I did have a child.
Wow. That's
You know,
impressive.
you might want to ask again and just name the cities that you've been to and just say, are they in this city?
Or
Are
did they
in this
hail
city?
from this city, or
I could work.
Or do
And
they
then-
shop at Darcy's shop? That'd narrow it down real quick.
Yeah, and maybe I should do like, are they elf, half something else? Maybe that could work. Although I don't know how I feel about asking Faelaine about all these. I'm sure she has better things to do.
No, I feel like this is something that your goddess is definitely interested in.
Yeah, I mean, she already knows the answer, so I mean,
She knows the answer.
surely she
Waiting
knows
for
the
you to
details
figure
of it.
it
It's just
out.
a matter of
She's
getting
goddess
there.
of marriage, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
So when does she want you and your baby mother to get together?
Well, I don't think she believes in that type of marriage. The marriage where you're forced
What
upon
other
another.
marriage?
The marriage of obligation. I believe she believes more in love marriages.
What if you fall in love with this woman or man, according to you, when you meet them?
Yeah, well, I believe this might be a marriage of obligation just because I
Maybe
had a
they're your
child with them.
soulmate. Maybe they're your soulmate, and that's why the child was born. Who knows?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I had to consent to give them my seed, so maybe.
I
Oh,
don't know if
please.
there was any consension in the blackout drunk that you were.
That's happened most of the time. I
No.
don't even know.
You're oddly blasé about this.
Oh well, it's happened. You guys already know. What else can I do?
Try to be a good dad.
Or, just, not go with that many people.
Okay, how about this? After we solve this Grey Warden issue, I'll go Ardalan. I'll figure this out.
Wait a minute, hold on. Varus, you might know the answer to this. Would elves have to pay child support for, like, up until age 100?
Technically, I don't know if it matters if they're noble families or not.
What
I
the hell
believe
is
the
child
obligation-
support?
I believe the obligation is to raise the child until their adult age. At
Which
that
is
point,
100
the
for your
obligation.
Something
Well,
around that.
we're like 140, but
Yeah.
after that, the obligation is gone.
You, even not being there, you're doing a better job than my parents did.
Yeah, after this, after we settle down, after we have more free time.
I mean, we had a load of free time that you could have just,
No, I mean, Grey
Start
Wardens are
doing
being
that.
slaughtered as we speak. Whoa, shh. Nothing about Grey
Yes.
Wardens.
and Lyra does not seem to get.
They're fine. They're Grey Wardens.
This will negatively affect the trout population.
All right.
So,
But- I will call it here for this week.
Sure.
Yeah.
Next week we will finish this rest.
Can you at least hit the wrestling so I can have my health a bit?
No. Next time, when the rest finishes.
Yeah, the
'Cause-
OCD is bothering me, Jake.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll forget about it in an hour. The issue is that the rest of them might encounter something that could drain their health. As such, I cannot.
Tuvik,
I'm
have an
gonna
escape.
get to Kirkwall, and I'm gonna be the only one not damaged.
When I
Yeah.
have full health.
That'd be funny. But yes.
yeah, I technically have full health too.
Yeah, I do too. I think it was just
My
Darcy
point
does.
is, if you guys get